Grant Olson and Eric Kuntz back in the booth now as our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel. About 10 minutes away from kickoff here at the Apple Bowl as folks start filing in here for Homecoming 2021. And there really wasn't one last spring, was there, E? A homecoming? So it's been a long time coming for a lot of these kids. I'm sure they're excited.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, as they say. So
absolutely.
The ones that were sophomores probably enjoyed it and skipped their junior year. Now the seniors, they can really enjoy homecoming like they should.
Absolutely. West Valley, as we mentioned, comes in with a 1-2 overall mark, 1-1 in league. The Wenatchee Panthers are 0-2 and 1-3. The Wenatchee Panthers defeated Mount Baker, their only win, a non-league game this year, then lost to Mountain View, Eastmont, and Sunnyside. So the Panthers have lost 2 out of their last 3. Meanwhile, West Valley, in their game so far this year, they lost to Kennewick, a very good team down in the Tri-Cities, 34-20 in their opener, and then lost to Sunnyside, 41-35, and that's a pretty good game right there. You come that close to Sunnyside, and then a win over Davis, 27-7 2 weeks ago. So it's hard to judge both of these teams. I mean, according to the WIA RPI rankings, West Valley is ranked 31st in 4A football and Wenatchee 34th. So I guess if you go by that, we expect a pretty evenly matched ball game tonight. But as we mentioned earlier in the pregame show, E, a contrast of 2 different offensive styles tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be the run attack versus the pass attack without a doubt tonight. And for the Panthers to come out victorious tonight, they need to score some points.
They do.
They have struggled in the offensive department, I think, scoring a bunch of points. They're going to have to score at least 21 to 24 points tonight, and hopefully West Valley makes a few mistakes and can hold them down tonight. But the Panthers need to come out and score. They need to come out and score big tonight.
And I think another key for the Panthers, Eric, is they need to get that running game going. As we mentioned, Blake McGuire is a good one, 6 foot, 190-pound senior, back in there tonight after being a little bit hobbled the past couple of weeks. So that's got to help. But then you can always fall back to Camden Lloydhammer, as we mentioned earlier, too. A great game against Sunnyside in that loss 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I would try to have in your offensive game plan Lloydhammer get the ball at times. If he's not tailback, like I say, in the slot position, on a reverse, take turns with McGuire at tailback, but you got to get Lloydhammer involved with over 120 yards rushing last time. I think he's comfortable back there, but he'd be, you have a dual threat with McGuire and Lloydhammer tonight.
And, the quarterback for Wenatchee, Jake Devereaux, only a sophomore, of course, the coach's son, Scott Devereaux's son. And he just needs some progressions. He needs some reps, doesn't he, out here? I think he's improving every week a little bit. Sophomore, but I think the development of Devereaux is going to make a difference in this team this season.
That's why quick passes to Lloydhammer, to Rivers Cook, possibly to Caden Zimmerman. Try to get him some quick passes early, get his confidence up a little bit so he knows he can get those short, complete passes, take some of the pressure off the running attack, which I'm sure West Valley is going to try to stop heavily tonight.
Absolutely.
So for Devereaux to be successful, I think the Panthers to be successful, and if he's going to throw, they need to be 8-yard patterns, 7-yard patterns, little slants, little hooks, little get the ball, quick look, boom, get him the ball and go up the line and do it again.
Because turnovers could be the key in this game. You don't want to just wing one downfield and have it intercepted, that's for sure. That could make all the difference in the world.
That and the kid's confidence, being a sophomore the way he is, the best way to get his confidence is complete 5 out of 6 for 50 yards and get the ball to the Lloydhammers and the Zimmermans and the River Cooks and let them run 5 or 6 extra yards and move the chains through the air a few times, and then they might back off West Valley, and then you can running attack will be a little more effective, and maybe you can do the run pass option with Devereaux, get him out in the pocket a little bit. But I think one of the keys tonight's game is the passing game by Mr. Devereaux. If he can get out there and get the short passes, get the confidence built up where he can feel good about himself and get rolling in the running game. So yeah.
And he's a danger on the ground himself. If he gets out there, he's not afraid to tuck it under and run either.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to run. I think if there's a chance that he could develop a little passing game that he wouldn't have to run, and let Lloydhammer and let Blake McGuire do the running and let him maybe just get confidence in the passing game.
Now on the other side of the ball, West Valley, it all runs through junior quarterback Skylar Castle, who I was watching in the pregame, was throwing it all over this field out here. And he's got a lot of receivers to go to. 4 receivers in the starting lineup, and all seniors except for one. In fact, 7 of the 11 offensive starters for West Valley are seniors, so some experience on this Ram team.
And you can bet that they kind of did some work in the offseason, and they got themselves ready to go in the passing attack. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting game tonight, Grant. You're going to have a running game versus a passing game, and let's see what team wins tonight.
That's right. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we will come back with tonight's starting lineups and more as we come back to the Wenatchee Panther and West Valley Ram pregame show right after this.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
You others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
And we are back at the Apple Bowl as the pregame show continues. Let's take a look now at tonight's starting lineups on offense. First for the visiting West Valley Rams at quarterback is junior Skylar Castle, 5'10", 170-pounder. The running back, I think we're going to see a lot of him tonight too, Hayden Morehouse. He's a senior, 5'7", 149 pounds. And 4 receivers, Drew Johnson, Jackson May, Ben Trammell, and Cade Gallbeck. 3 of those 4 are also seniors in the lineup. And then the offensive line, Cooper Hull is the center, 6 foot, 205-pound senior. On each side of him, the guards, Pedro Torres, 5'11", 235 pounds, and Cooper Hull, or I should say Mike Pledger, he's a 5'10", 280-pound sophomore. And now the tackles, Luis Munguia, he's a 6 foot, 235-pound senior, and the other tackle is Isaiah Magana, 6'3", and 275 pounds. Head coach for the West Valley Rams is Dan Iman. And now for the Wenatchee Panthers starting on offense, it is Jake Devereaux, the sophomore quarterback, 5'9", 165 pounds. At tight end, Camden Lloydhammer. He'll be a big part of this game tonight. He's a big one too, 6'4", 225-pound senior. Receivers are River Cook, junior at 6'3", 195 pounds, and Caden Zimmerman, a 6-foot, 160-pound senior. Silas St. John is the fullback tonight, a 5'10", 205-pound senior. Also a senior, and back in the lineup is Blake McGuire, and he can do some damage on the ground. 6 feet, 190 pounds. The guards, Jesus Segovia, 5'11", 205-pound senior. Evan Burdan, he is good on both sides of the ball, 5'10", 265-pound junior. Also Calvin Bishop, he's the center tonight, and that's an interesting story, as you heard from Coach Devereaux. They actually had tryouts, right, for the center position, and Calvin Bishop moved over from a tackle spot, 6 foot, 210-pound senior. And the tackles are Jackson Vio, 6'3", 225 junior, and Brody Payne, also a junior, at 6'2", 245 pounds. And the head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers in his 18th season is Scott Devereaux. So what'd you see from the flip out there, E?
West Valley won and chose to defer. Wenatchee's receiving the kick.
All right, Wenatchee will get the ball first here. Homecoming football here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and glad to have you along tonight. Not a bad night for football, is it, E? No wind, and that always makes a difference. Temperatures right now into the 50s, but they will be dropping as the night progresses.
It's definitely fall football weather, no doubt about that, Grant.
It seems a little bit more right than doing games last spring, doesn't it? That's for
yeah, I know.
Sure.
It's tough to come out, call a game in May, you know.
And it's still light when the game is over. Yeah, weird.
It's 75 degrees.
All right, kicking it off is Ben Trammell for the West Valley Rams, and back deep for the Panthers is Johnny Amezcua, number 4, and also for the Panthers, it's number 5, Bo Warren, who we're going to hear a lot from tonight as well. So let's get ready for some football. It's the Wenatchee Panthers and the West Valley Rams. And here we go, Trammell the kick. Low, deep kick taken by Warren at about the 7-yard line. Has some blockers, heads up the middle of the field, now finds a crease, heads to the outside, fights his way, but doesn't quite get to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will take over. First down and 10 here, their first drive. They're going to give him right at their own 30-yard line. So not a bad starting position for the Panthers here on their first possession. All right, we expect a lot of ground game, as we mentioned, from the Panthers. And E, watch them come out and start winging it all over the field tonight. As Devereaux starts in shotgun trip formation left. That's different for the Panthers with 4 receivers in this set. Amezcua in motion. He gets the handoff around the left side. He's got speed, turns the corner, and then is drugged down over there. And a good defensive play by Drew Johnson, the defensive back, but not after a gain of about 6 yards on that first play. Amezcua, a ton of speed, and he doesn't look too hobbled tonight, does he?
No, he looks like he's healthy, ready to go. A couple weeks off will do that.
Second down and 4 now for the Panthers, just across their own 35-yard line. They flip the script this time, and trips right side of Devereaux. One side receiver, the short side of the field, over by the Ram bench. Handoff, it's up the middle, McGuire with it. And he will have the first down, I believe, or not going to spot him a little bit short, I think. So about a 3-yard gain for McGuire on that carry, and that'll bring up third and very short, about a foot. Just underway, first quarter. And we are no score on this homecoming night. Panthers trying to keep this drive alive now on a big 3rd and short. Once again, 3 receivers outright, 1 to the left. Lloyd Hammers, the receiver in the slot. Might want to keep your eye on him. Devereaux, the snap. It's a high snap. Remember, new center in there, and it's recovered, the fumble by West Valley.
Wow, that's not what the Panthers needed in that 3rd down play there.
Sometimes that's what happens. You get a new center in there, and they don't quite have the cadence down and all of that, and that kind of stuff happens. So that does it for this Panther drive. Now West Valley has it here, their first possession, with great field position on the Wenatchee 33. Out to run the show is the junior quarterback Skylar Castle. And in the backfield with him is Hayden Morehouse. 4 receivers for West Valley, and they're going to put it up immediately in the near flat. It's caught there, Ben Trammell. And that's a nice gain of almost 10 down to the Wenatchee 23-yard line. In fact, that's going to be awfully close, and it will be a first down. 10 yards on that pass and catch. Didn't take long for West Valley to show us what they're going to do here tonight, E. Lots of receivers out in this set.
Yeah, they're spread out all over the place.
Castle's shotgun again, looks right. He's going to go that way, throws it into a crowd, and that's lucky that wasn't picked off. Amezcua was right there, and that ball goes incomplete. Intended receiver, Drew Johnson.
Well, he threw right in the middle of 3 Panthers there, so that was fortunate for him. Didn't get picked off there.
That brings up a second down and 10 now. The ball at the Wenatchee 33-yard line. Castle's shotgun again with Morehouse to his left. The handoff this time is to Morehouse, but there's Eric Burdan. Evan Burdan, who was just a stud 2 weeks ago against Sunnyside, and that's a loss of 1 on that play.
He is probably an all-league lineman, without a doubt, what I've seen so far.
Only a junior, too. He'll be back next year. Here we go, 3rd down and 11 now. Passes over the middle to a wide-open Trammell up the center of the field, inside the 5, fights his way to the goal line, and a touchdown for West Valley. 27 yards on that pass and catch from Castle to Drew Johnson, I believe, in the end zone, or was it Trammell?
Yeah, it was number 3, Johnson.
It was Drew Johnson, and just like that, West Valley on the board.
It was a beautiful inside screen they ran. The lineman just went right forward, and Johnson came in right behind him, and it was just a great offensive play there. Not much the Panthers could do about it.
The starting wide receiver, Ben Trammell, is also the kicker, and he is on for the point after try. Snap a little high. The hold is down. The kick, I think it hits the crossbar, and it's no good. So with 9:30 left to go in this first quarter, West Valley 6 and Wenatchee nothing. Back to the field in 30 seconds.
Direct from Las Vegas, Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday cirque. Experience holograms, interactive lasers, projection mapping, and a cast of international cirque performers on one stage. Experience the futuristic holiday show everyone's talking about. Make new memories with your family this holiday season and experience Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday show. Live in concert.
Rams. I'm thinking of the Wenatchee Valley Rams. I'm going to say it
twice you've done that, but I'm not counting.
West Valley, 4 plays, 33 yards. It only took a minute 3 off the clock, and PAT was no good after a 27-yard touchdown pass, and that's where we are at 6-0 in a very short kick. Rivers Cook catches that kickoff and just decides to down it at the 25-yard line. So just like that, West Valley on the board.
Well, they can fair catch it now, which I think it's still in high school, isn't it? You can fair catch it?
Yep.
I don't want to tell you how much I'm against that, Grant, so we won't even start that conversation tonight. It just, college does, it just kills me,
I know.
Fair catch, kickoff. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Anyway.
9:29 left to go first quarter. Panthers now find themselves down 6-0. Devereaux, the handoff to McGuire, had a head of steam up the middle of the field and bulls his way across the 30 to the 31. Gain of 6 for McGuire on first down. Thing with the Panthers here, being a kind of an inexperienced young team on offense, is they have to finish off possessions. You can't get a big gain on first and then kind of stall out on second and third. You need to keep it rolling, don't you?
Yeah. You need just 4-yard plays, keep the drive alive.
Panthers back to their normal formation now with 2 receivers, Zimmerman and Amezcua. Handoff, McGuire caught in the backfield and drugged down by Aiden Mata, the defensive lineman, and that'll be a loss of about 2. Nice read there by Mata, shooting in from his defensive line position.
Yeah, it was a great play. Missed block, obviously. Yeah, that was a good play.
3rd and 6 now coming up for the Panthers. Not what they wanted, going backwards again. The ball at their 29-yard line. Mezcua sprints out to the far side of the field. One-on-one coverage out there as Devereaux in shotgun. He's looking Mezcua's way, decides to go center of the field anyway. He's got a receiver wide open, and it's caught. Camden Lloydhammer down to the 30-yard line. 35 yards on that pass from Devereaux, and that was a beauty to Lloydhammer all the way into West Valley territory.
Just what the doctor ordered right there, get Lloydhammer the ball somehow, and he outran him. It was a great throw.
He got behind that secondary, and then all Devereaux had to do was lay it in there, and that was a beautiful pass. 1st and 10 Panthers at the West Valley 30-yard line. Devereaux bobbles the snap again. It was a little high. He's going to keep it and get some positive yards out of it. Still on his feet, never did go down, and that's a nice gain of about 7 yards for Devereaux right up the middle of the field. Nice blocking up front by the Panther offensive line as well.
Yeah, broken play for 7 yards.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ball now at the West Valley 24-yard line. Panthers 2nd down and 3. 7:18 left to go here first quarter. 6-0 West Valley. Panthers once again just 2 receivers in the set. It's Zimmerman and Mezcua. McGuire behind Devereaux gets the handoff, will have the first down and more, keeps those strong legs going, and he's not going to go down either as he bulls his way all the way to the 19. And that's a 5-yard gain for McGuire and another Panther first down.
Yeah, keep that clock running, keep getting those first downs.
When it keeps that passing attack off the field, too, the longer you take on these drives. So that's all an advantage for the Panthers, you're right.
And West Valley's got, what, 25 guys suited up tonight?
Isn't that crazy? 34 on their roster, 25 players is all here tonight in Wenatchee. 1st and 10, ball at the Ram 19-yard line. Blitz on that play. There's McGuire. Had an opening for a second, but it closed quickly. And that'll be a short gain for McGuire to about the 16-yard line, gain of 2.
Yeah, it looks like West Valley blitzed a couple of gaps in there.
Sometimes you can catch a defense off like that, too, and have a big hole sometimes up the middle.
Yeah, if West Valley's sounding game film, they know the way to stop the Panthers is stop the runs.
Absolutely.
They might
packing it in a little bit.
Exactly, and make Devereaux throw the ball.
It's like another blitz possibly coming here as Devereaux checks the sideline for the play from head coach and his dad, Scott Devereaux. There's the snap, handoff. It's McGuire around the left side, breaks a tackle. We might have a hold, though, as McGuire goes into the end zone, touchdown, but I don't know if it's going to count or not. I think we're going to have a hold on the Panthers, and we do. It's coming back. Great blocking around that left side, too. One of those was Rivers Cook, who sealed off that defensive end. Nice job there.
Yeah, but our point of view, we had a good angle, and
we did.
We saw the jersey being grabbed. So,
boy, and we could have called that from up here. I mean, anytime you grab a jersey, that's going to get called every single time.
Yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer there, and that's, I think, what happened to the Panther lineman there that grabbed the guy's jersey. That
penalty will move the ball back to the West Valley 23-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 19 now for the Panthers at the 28. Devereaux shotgun again. Zimmerman to his right, Mezcua to his left. He's going to roll to his right this time, and almost a pick six. The intended receiver was Zimmerman, but in on coverage there and almost grabbed that one was number 24, Hayden Morehouse, the running back, and he could still be running right now, E.
Yeah, Devereaux rolled out, as we predicted earlier. He might at times to run or pass, and maybe shouldn't have ran on that one.
Well, and Devereaux is only 5'9", so they're going to do it a lot like Seahawks do with Russell Wilson and get him out so he can see over those linemen downfield.
And maybe we'd been better off running the ball there, instead of trying to force that. Yeah, but he would have been in the end zone pretty quick.
Right.
That was a pick six if he would have held on to it.
Just the down you don't want now. 3rd and 19, and a young quarterback in there. Here's Devereaux. He's going to roll out to his right again. He's looking end zone, and he's going deep. Now Mezcua can't quite get to it. Boy, the ball was just overthrown, and that'll bring up 4th down now. Sanchez is a good kicker, but I'm not sure they're going to try one from here, E.
It's showing me early in the game that we can get behind their safeties.
You know, I think that is because they are playing up against the run, and then you can get behind them.
And we saw Lloyd Hammer behind him earlier. Johnny was actually had his guy beat. So we're looking at, maybe getting behind their safety now and then. The 2 passes, well, he's had the one to the sideline. The other 2 have been deep.
Right.
So.
4th and 19. Panthers going for it. It's a tough one. West Valley's bringing the blitz, and they get to Devereaux. And that's going to be a big loss on that play. Getting to the quarterback, Caleb Braswell, from his linebacker position, and that's a loss of about, 5 yards. Back to the 34. In fact, that's a loss of about 8 yards.
Yeah, 8 yards.
And the Panthers forced to punt it away here.
No, that was 4th down.
Oh, that was 4th.
Yeah.
You're right. So they turn it over on downs.
I'm also going to mark that down that I was right.
Well, you better, because it's going to be rare tonight.
I'm good for about 3 a game, Grant. About 3 a game, so I'm good early.
1st and 10. Here's Castle now. The handoff. Morehouse as he gets caught in the backfield. That'll be a loss of about 3. And a nice defensive play by the Panthers. And in on that stop, number 8, Connor Dooley, the backup quarterback, who's in there also as a defensive back.
Yeah, it gave game a little forward momentum, so they lost 1 on that. But, yeah, great. If we can hold their running game down, then we can play the pass.
2nd down and 10. They pretty much spot it right at the original line of scrimmage. 4 receivers again in this offensive set. Here's Castle, one-armed wing to the right. Did he drop that for a second? I don't know. I guess he didn't, and they're going to call that a catch. It looked like he bobbled and hit the ground.
It did. It looked like he went through his arms and hit the ground.
And the Wenatchee fans below us and the coaching staff can't believe that call. In fact, I can see it hit the ground from here, but they're going to give him a gain all the way up to the 38-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 5. 3rd down and 6 now for West Valley. Castle back to pass. Screen is set up. The ball is tipped, but Morehouse concentrated, caught the ball, and then get past the 1st down marker as Amezcua drags him down at the West Valley 46-yard line. 6 on that E.
Yep.
As the Rams move the chains here and creep up to midfield as we creep down in this first quarter, as the clock now ready to dip below 4 minutes left in this opening period. 6-0, West Valley leads it. And they are on the move here on their 2nd drive of the ball game. Here's Morehouse, nice spin move with the line of scrimmage, and then gets rustled down, a little extracurricular behind the play, and flags fly. It's down at the 45-yard line. Evan Burdan, the Panther, involved in that. And it's going to be a face mask on the Panthers and a hold on West Valley. The plays will offset, so we'll redo 1st down. Didn't see that behind the play, but things got a little chippy back there. I could see why there was a hold. Burdan is a hard guy to block, that's for sure. The nose guard for the Wenatchee Panthers. Shotgun again for West Valley as Castle looks to the sideline. Once again, Morehouse in there at running back beside him. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Castle looking right, throws a dart along the sideline, and it's caught over there. And on that reception is Aiden Mata, I believe, number 11. Is that who that was, E?
I think it was 17.
Oh, 17. You're right. That's Cade Goldback.
Right.
And a nice gain all the way to the Panther 38-yard line. About 13 on that. Nice pass that time by Castle, wasn't it?
Yeah, he threw it right before the guy looked at him. He turned around, the ball was there, so great catch.
I was watching him in pregame, and he was just winging it all over the field out here. Trips left this time on a 1st down and 10 for the Rams. Fake handoff. The ball is bobbled and dropped, and Castle forced just to jump on it. And that'll be a loss of 5. Fortunate for the Panthers there. I should say fortunate for West Valley that the Panthers didn't recover that. I think it was just a busted play. Morehouse ran right into Castle, and that caused that fumble.
Yeah.
Clock still moving now. 2:44 left in this quick-moving first quarter on homecoming night here at the Apple Bowl. 2nd down and 15 now for the Rams. Castle, quick pass near side, caught at the 40, spins and turns. And the receiver is Ben Trammell. And he'll get down to the Panther 34-yard line, gain of 9. So that'll bring up third down again for the Rams. 3rd down and 8. Ball at the Wenatchee 36-yard line.
This is a big play.
It really is a big play.
Yep.
I think this might be 4-down territory for the Rams anyway, but we'll see. Castle, Morehouse behind him in shotgun. Back to pass, scrambles out of some trouble. Nice one-handed grab. And that was Drew Johnson, who gets rustled down at the 25-yard line, and that is a 1st down and a gain of 12. What a catch. One hand over the middle, kept his concentration, and then a couple of positive yards after the catch.
Yeah, that was a great play.
So the Rams keep this drive alive. Already a 6-0 lead here, and now at the Panther 25-yard line. It's May and Johnson split out to the left for the Rams as Castle looks right, has a wide open receiver. It's Gallbeck again, and just like that, 9 yards on 1st down for the Rams. Minute 20 left to go here in this first quarter. 8 yards on that reception, being up a 2nd down and 2 now for the Rams.
Yeah, he's 8 for 9 right now throwing the ball. So
pretty impressive arm, doesn't he?
He's got a great arm.
Not all that big, though. 5'10", 170 pounds as he hands off to Morehouse this time, and he is drugged down from behind by Burdan. And that'll be a short gain of only about 3 to the Panther 15. Boy, Burdan, it does such a great job. He's got great hands. He shakes blockers so quickly, and he's got the size to kind of back it up. 6 feet, 215 pounds.
He's a great athlete. He really is. He's a great athlete. That's why I'm calling him all league right now.
So 1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line for the Rams as they keep this drive moving. It began all the way at their own, back at their own 32-yard line. 50 seconds left to go first quarter. Castle, right side, same play. Flag comes flying in as Gallbeck gets rustled out of bounds after a short gain to about the Panther 10. Will it stand? No, it won't. Holding on West Valley.
Yeah, that was our friend Mr. Evan Bernant coming in right through the middle, and I think the back, Morehouse, kind of tackled him.
Boy, such a formidable defensive line with Lloyd Hammer and Burdan. You got River Cook as the other defensive end. That's a lot of power on that front line.
Yes, it is.
Well, that holding call from the spot will take it all the way back to the Wenatchee 28-yard line. And that'll bring up 1st down and forever. Once again, Gallbeck, the receiver, and they get a big chunk of it back on that play. That's a nice gain of about 13 over the right side, and that gets it just about back to the original line of scrimmage that was the 15. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. The Rams can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown here. This time, West Valley will send 3 receivers left side. In fact, into the slot now is Jackson May. Shotgun. Here's Castle. He's rolling to his left, looking that way into the end zone. Caught, and it is a touchdown. West Valley, 15-yarder, and caught there by Drew Johnson.
Yeah, that was a great pass and a great catch.
Boy, a good coverage by the Panthers there, though, really, too.
Yeah, rolled out to his left. He had two receivers over there. He picked the one in the end zone, Mr. Johnson.
So Ben Trammell on again for the point after try. Missed his first attempt on the last possession. We'll see if he can make things right here. Here's the kick. And it looks like it went left this time, and another miss by Trammell. So with 22 seconds left, I think we'll keep it right here. Our score is West Valley 12 and Wenatchee nothing. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by our friends at Biosports Physical Therapy. You can find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And by Charter College. They work to get you to work. Found out how to enroll today at chartercollege.edu. And by a longtime sponsor of sports all over the Wenatchee Valley, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service, installation, and repair since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality. So a nice drive once again by the Rams, and they take an early 12-0 lead. 11 plays on that drive and 68 yards rather. And boy, took a ton of time off the clock, a 5-minute drive, E.
Yeah, that's West Valley football right there, I think. A lot of pass, a few runs, and with that passing attack, Panthers going to have to figure something out.
All right, here's the kick by Trammell. Running up on it is Bo Warren, and he's going to take it at about the 10-yard line. Makes a move and comes down the sideline. Nice move it was, and he's going to give the Panthers really good field position at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, he kicked it to the sideline and picked up a few extra yards.
So the Panthers, their third possession of this quarter, but there's only 16 seconds left in the period. And the Panthers down by 2 scores. 2 possessions. The first one ended in a fumble. And the last possession by the Panthers, they turned it over on down. So Wenatchee trying desperately to get something going on offense. Split out for the Panthers. Once again, Zimmerman to one side, a Mezqua on the other. And Devereaux in shotgun with McGuire beside him. Here's Devereaux. Quick pass out in the flat caused by a Mezqua, but he is met by a host of Rams, led there by linebacker Eric Naranjo. And that'll be a loss of about 4 yards. It'll take it back, or 3 yards rather, take it back to the 32-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 13 now for the Panthers, and that will do it for our first quarter. Our score after 1 on homecoming and in Wenatchee. Our score is West Valley 12 and the Wenatchee Panthers nothing. We're back with second quarter action in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Two TDs. And 4 receptions.
All right, that scoring drive by West Valley, 11 plays, 68 yards, took off just a little over 5 minutes off the clock. 15-yard touchdown pass from Castle to Johnson. The point after by Trammell, once again no good. And 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns now for West Valley, and it's 12-0 as we begin the second quarter. Panthers have already had a play at the end of the first quarter, resulted in a loss of 3 yards. So the Panthers facing 2nd down and 13. The ball at their own 27. Devereaux shotgun. Here comes Lloydhammer in motion. Already 3 receivers to Devereaux's left, and it's a screen set up to Lloydhammer. Nicely done, and Lloydhammer gets wrestled down across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
9.
That'll be a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. A gain of more than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, more like about 9.
It was about 9 because they had a loss of 3. So 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. Boy, this is a big 3rd and 5. I know it's early in the second quarter, but the Panthers need to get something going on offense. Ball at their own 35. Rivers Cook split out. He's the tight end in between Zimmerman and a Mezqua. Now a flag flies. They pull the flag now. I'm not sure what that was,
Well, it was a warning of some kind. Mr. Lloydhammer, I don't think had his mouth guard in or something.
That's got to be what it was.
He's out of the game right now.
All right, here we go. It's McGuire, cuts it back upfield, and he has room, and he crosses the first down yardage and gets up to the 44, and that's a gain of 9 for McGuire. Nice run. He wanted to go up the side of the field, cut it back up the middle.
Yeah, he had great vision. Great vision. So, yeah, he saw the gap and hit it and picked up 9 yards. Like you said, big play early in the second half, in the second quarter here.
That was a big first down. Panthers keep this drive alive now at their own 44-yard line. First down and 10, just underway second quarter. Devereaux, the snap out of shotgun. He looks left and then gets clotheslined at about the 36-yard line. Holy cow. And that is going to be about a 7-yard loss that time. That looked like the longest yard there for a second. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think the defensive player was trying to strip the ball. and
luckily he didn't hit him in the head, and he hit him kind of across the chest, or that would have been a penalty.
Yeah, and he never saw him coming either.
So that'll bring up second down and 17 for the Panthers. Ball back now at their own 37-yard line. This drive began at their own 35. Here's Devereaux to pass. Inside screen set up, and it's dropped by Amezcua. And that'll bring up third down at 17. I like that call with Amezcua's speed and that great offensive line for the Panthers, but just a bobble and a drop that time.
Yeah, unfortunate. It looked like they had a little gap there to get some running in. You know, you think about maybe this offensive line being shuffled around like it has. You know, maybe
that's a good point.
Maybe they don't know their assignments. Maybe they're not communicating like they should. And
in the center tonight, in his first game that he's played center,
Right.
All right, third down and 17. Tough down to convert on. And looks like West Valley's coming, and they are. Big blitz as Devereaux sprints to his left, and he is met by a host of Rams and gets hit out of bounds at the Wenatchee 38-yard line. So a gain of about 2, but that'll bring up fourth down and 15 for Wenatchee, and here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, really nowhere to throw the ball on that one.
Boy, they were bringing everybody. I counted 7 guys at the line that time. All right, on to punt for the Panthers is Juan Rios. Now it looks like it might be Drew Johnson back deep for West Valley. Here's Rios, left-footed punter, and it goes well over the head of Johnson and takes a fantastic Panther bounce, still rolling, and that's going to go inside the 5-yard line. What was that? He has 61-yard boot. How about that from Juan Rios? That was an amazing roll.
Yeah, I think the West Valley receiver didn't really respect his leg, and
no, he was playing way up at the beginning, wasn't he?
Yeah, another 3 or 4 steps back, he would have caught it in the air and saved their team about 30 yards at least.
Wow, this drive will begin all the way back at the West Valley 3-yard line. So West Valley has their work cut out for them. If they want to score on this possession, they'll have to go 97 yards. 9:05 left to go second quarter. West Valley leads it 12-0. Here's Castle, handoff to Morehouse, breaks the initial tackle and might get a yard out of it, but good defense, and the Panthers say it was a fumble. They've got the football, but I think the referee's calling him down.
Yeah.
And that's actually a loss of 2 on that play. So good penetration again by that defensive line by the Panthers. Rivers, Cook, Vincent Goforth, Berdan, and Camden Lloydhammer doing their job up front.
Well, 6 of their rushes, 4 have been for loss.
Second down at 12 now for the Rams. Castle from his own end zone, going deep left side, has a receiver just overthrown, and it goes incomplete. Good coverage by Johnny Amezcua for the Panthers down that left side.
Yeah, he was all over him.
Well, Castle can really throw that ball, and his receivers know how to get downfield, too. I can see why they score some points. As that stops the clock now with 8:24 left to go before halftime. Third down and 12 for the Rams. Big defensive play here for the Panthers. Down by 12. Here's Castle. Had a receiver, decides to put it down and run it instead. And he's not going to get very far across the 5-yard line to the 6. And that'll be a gain of about 2 yards. And a nice play by Jesus Segovia from his linebacker's position. The 5'11", 205-pound senior. And that will force West Valley into their first punt of the night. That was a big sloppy. That'll give the Panthers some pretty good field position here now, somewhere inside West Valley territory most likely. All right, once again, back deep is Johnny Amezcua, and he is a dangerous return man. The punter is Ben Trammell. And we've got timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 7:39 left to go, second quarter. West Valley 12 and Wenatchee nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
All right, West Valley set to kick, or should say punt, and it'll be from their own end zone. This will be a great opportunity for the Panthers, down 12-0, to get some pretty good field position here in this second quarter. Trammell on to do the punting for West Valley. As I said, Johnny Amezcua, he's dangerous back deep for the Panthers. Snap is good. Here's the punt by Trammell. A high wobbler, and it's short, too. It takes a Wenatchee bounce, just dies at about the 32, maybe 33-yard line. And how about that field position? The Panthers will have it at the West Valley 33.
Yeah, about a 29-yard punt or something like that,
right.
Line of scrimmage or so.
Seems like it took him a long time to get that punt off, too. You being a punter, you would know about that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the Panthers offense has a great opportunity here. Last three possessions, fumble, turn it over on downs, and a punt. And they can do some damage here with the ball at the West Valley 33-yard line. 12-0 our score. The Panthers this time send Aiden Bapst out to the right side and to the left side. And Bapst took a step forward, and that's going to be a procedure on the Panthers as he just got into the ball game, and here comes Amezcua now in for him. Not how Aiden Bapst wanted to start this game, at least for him.
Yeah, and he went on special teams a little while ago, and he called a timeout because he was in the wrong position. So he's getting a little talking to by the coach over there.
All right, so that'll bring first down and 15 for the Panthers. Boy, the last thing they want is to move backwards, but that's what happened there because of that 5-yard penalty. Devereaux shotgun. He's going to hand it off. It's McGuire, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. A couple of players there on the stop. The first one, Ben Papula. He's a linebacker, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. No gain on that play, and it'll still be second down and 15. Amezcua comes to the sideline now. Zimmerman split to Devereaux's right side. Camden Lloydhammer, the tight end now, playing wide receiver to the left. Got good speed. Pass over the middle. There's Rivers Cook, and a nice defensive play because Cook has some great hands. And on that coverage, once again, Ben Papalo. And that'll bring up third down and 15.
Yeah, he was covered pretty well on that play, and Papula just made a nice play and knocked the ball down.
I kind of like the idea of Lloydhammer playing wide out because he's got some speed and he's tall. He's going to be taller than all the defensive backs. Just throw it up there and let him go get it.
Yeah, well, we saw that in the first quarter, that long throw to him. And
we did. All right, big. 3rd and 15 now for the Panthers. Need to get some of this back. Too far for a field goal attempt, and the Panthers need points. 3 receivers in the set. High snap. Devereaux gets it. Takes a smack over the middle and almost intercepted. That would have been a pick six as well. Josiah Waters, the linebacker, had his hands on it. Boy, and they got in quick on Devereaux that time, Ian. He took a shot.
Yeah, they're calling a personal foul, hit to the head against West Valley.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Because he did take a shot, so he got a shot to the head, so it'll be a 15-yard automatic first down, I believe.
It will be, and I was told by one of the officials before the game, thank you, E,
yes,
that the only time there's an automatic first down is on a personal foul roughing the quarterback.
And here we saw it.
And the Panthers, that's just what the doctor ordered, Eric. I'll tell you what, it takes the ball all the way down to West Valley's 23-yard line. The Panthers, as you said, will have it first down and 10.
It's huge that we get a touchdown on this drive right here. Absolutely huge for the Panthers.
Just for confidence sake, if nothing else. All right, 1st and 10. Panthers have St. John and McGuire in the backfield. High snap again. There's McGuire. Backs his way through that line of scrimmage, and a nice gain down to the West Valley 17-yard line.
5.
I'll make it about the 18-yard line, so that'll be a gain of about 7. Now we'll call it 6. 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers. Nice run by McGuire. He always keeps those legs moving, and that's key for a running back, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, now that your lineman can get behind you and push.
Right.
In the old days, you couldn't, but now you can. So kind of like a scrum moving down the field there.
Right.
You know,
5:47 left in this first half. Panthers on the move. 2nd down and 5. Ball at the West Valley 18-yard line. Here's the handoff. It's McGuire again with a Mezqua blocker ahead of him, and a flag comes down. This might be Lloyd Hammer. I saw him grab a jersey at about the 14-yard line, so that nice run looks like it's coming back. I think Lloyd Hammer knew it too, E.
Yep. You know, 2 of our better runs.
Just killer.
2 of our better runs have been taken away from by holding penalties.
Now the Panthers are going to be moved from the 18 back to about the 28 on that penalty, and this keeps going backwards as they get a good gain. It is from the spot of the hold, though, so that'll put it at about the 25.
We had a touchdown and taken away in the first quarter on a nice run by a hold, and now another nice run, a momentum killer.
So that penalty, not terrible, though, E. It was from the spot, and it brings up 2nd down and 11. It could be a lot worse.
Yep.
The ball at the West Valley 25-yard line. Zimmerman split left. To the right of Devereaux is Johnny Amezqua, and in the slot, Camden Lloydhammer, and I'd keep my eye on him. Devereaux, he's going to pass it too, looking up the middle of the field, now going for the end zone, but Zimmerman got their wires crossed a little bit that time, and that goes well over his head, and incomplete. 3rd down. I think Zimmerman went inside when Devereaux thought he was kind of fade route maybe into the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, it's hard to, I don't know if the receivers have their choice, depending on the defense, to go in or out.
Right.
I know some programs, you get down and you go which way you can instead of your designated way. So maybe he cut in and Devereaux thought he was going out.
It stays 3rd down and 11 for Wenatchee. Ball at the West Valley 25-yard line. Devereaux shotgun, handoff. Here's McGuire, right side. Nice block over there. Then gets drilled at about the 21. With that hit, Drew Johnson, the defensive back, just laid the leather to McGuire after about a 4-yard gain.
He popped him good on that one, Greg.
So that brings up 4th down and 8 now for the Panthers. And they're going for it here with the ball at the 21-yard line. Clock ticking away here in the 2nd quarter, approaching 4.5 minutes left, and we've got a timeout. So, 4:38 left to go in this 2nd quarter. West Valley 12 and Wenatchee nothing. We're back with the Apple Bowl right after this.
Hi, everybody. In North Central Washington, I'm Dan Kuntz, and I do the honors each and every weekday morning at 7 a.m. to bring you live local news, local weather, local sports. It's called Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's a fun show. I enjoy doing it. I invite you to watch it. It's Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. live right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I interview movers and shakers. We have a good time. Start your day live and local. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley right here with yours truly on the NCWLIFE Channel.
All right, E, as the teams come back out after the timeout, this is a huge down, actually, for both teams. The Panthers, they need some momentum, and they need a first down, and West Valley makes a stop here. The momentum goes right back over to their side.
I couldn't have said it better, Grant.
4th and 8. Devereaux shotgun. He's got St. John and McGuire back there with him. He's got plenty of time to throw. This time a receiver's in the end zone open. Who's got it? They're going to fight for it, and that should go to the offense.
Touchdown.
It is. Touchdown, Panthers.
22 yards.
22 yards to Johnny Amezcua. Nice pass by Devereaux to Amezcua, and that is just what the doctor ordered here in this one.
Yeah, it was a fight for it, and Johnny got it. That was a who wants it the most.
If they
right
both
there.
come down with it together, it goes to the receiver. Isn't that the rule, E?
Yes.
Alex Sanchez on for the point after now for the Panthers. Here's the kick. This one looks like it's right through the middle, and it's good. 4:27 left to go, second quarter. Panthers back in it. It's West Valley 12 and the Wenatchee 7. Take another timeout and return to Apple Bowl in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
All right, the Panthers get on the board. A drive that started at the West Valley 33-yard line. It was 6 plays, 33 yards. The Panthers took off 3 minutes and 1 second off the clock. The PAT good. And wow, the Panthers back in it now at 12-7. Kick by Garcia. Taken at the by one of the up men at about the 26-yard line and rumbles across the 30 to about the 32. And West Valley will begin here, their 4th possession of this ball game.
Well, let's see if that touchdown by the Panthers kind of fired up their defense a little bit and get a stop here in West Valley. And it seems we're moving the ball on offense a little bit, so maybe we can come right here, get West Valley into 3 and out, and get back in that offensive end of the game.
Boy, as we know, sports is a game of momentum, and whoever has it, it's a big, big plus to have on your side, that's for sure. All right, Castle, trick play. It's an end around, kind of from the slot, turns the corner and gets popped out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That'll be a nice gain of actually 41, gain of about 7.
And that was considered a pass, I'd imagine.
It was Jackson May with that reception. Boy, they're going to give him 8 on that play. Nice spot all the way up to the West Valley 41-yard line. 2nd and 2 for the Rams. 2 receivers to the left of Castle, 2 to the right. Morehouse in the backfield. Castle's going to pass. Under pressure, steps up in the pocket. Now he's just going to keep it, slides down, and gets a first down at the 44-yard line. So gain of 3, and that's enough for a West Valley first down. And West Valley's going to go into a little bit hurry-up mode here now, E.
Well, they haven't huddled yet, so.
This is even a little bit quicker than normal, isn't it?
Yep.
Trips left side of Castle this time, and to the right side of him is Cade Gallbeck, one of his favorite targets tonight. Left side, it's into the hands and then dropped by the receiver Ben Trammell. And boy, he was one-on-one on that left side at about the 50-yard line. Yeah. That was fortunate for the Panthers there.
Yeah.
Just take your eye off that ball for a second, and that's all it takes.
Well, he probably tried to make a move before he caught it.
He did. Second down at 10 now for the Rams at the 45. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left before halftime. Castle's going to put it up again. Good protection. Pass is caught. Trammell this time shakes a couple of Panther tackles and gets about 4 more yards all the way down to the Wenatchee 39-yard line. That's about a 15-yard gain.
Yep. They're back in the Panther end of the field also.
Boy, when Castle has time, he finds his guy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
First down and 10 now. West Valley back in Panther territory at the 40-yard line. Castle to pass over the middle of the field, and it's picked off by the Panthers. Nice play there by Jackson Bishop.
Number 21.
Oh, it isn't Jackson Bishop. It's 21, Charlie Jorgensen from his defensive back position. And the Panthers get their first turnover of the night.
Yeah, that was a pass he shouldn't have made. He threw it before he really looked to see all what was going on. And, yeah, it was a great defensive play right there.
The Panthers now have it at their own 26-yard line with 3:22, plenty of time before halftime to move down the field and get a score. Devereaux, shotgun. Going to hand it off. McGuire starts left, cuts it off the middle of the field again, and makes a nice run out of it all the way up to the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 8. They're going to mark it at the 35. Boy, I love how when McGuire makes up his mind where he's going, he just turns on those jets. Kind of reminds me of Blauman. Remember him from a couple years ago? So good at that. So a second and a short 2 for the Panthers now. The ball resting at their own 35. Zimmerman left of Devereaux, and Amezcua split out right side. McGuire in the backfield. Devereaux hand clap, and then McGuire, he's got room around the right side and a big hole. Tries to get to midfield, doesn't quite make it there. And they're going to give his forward progress all the way up to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 13. Beautiful blocking around that right side.
Yeah, that was a great run. Linemen are starting to settle in maybe. Maybe they're starting to settle into a groove, settle into the game. It might take them for a little while to get going, but I think the Panther linemen are starting to show themselves now.
I agree with you. They're playing well. 2:20, clock moving here in the second quarter. Handoff, McGuire left side. He's stopped at about the 50-yard line. They're going to give him the 49. So a gain of 3 for McGuire that time, and a nice defensive play by Victor Campazano, the linebacker, on that play. 5'10", 200-pounder. Second and 8 now for the Panthers. Ball right at midfield. Clock is still running. Panthers with 1 timeout left in this half, and West Valley with 3. Panthers trying to conserve that timeout as they move down the field, and we've got a lineman that jumped for West Valley, the nose tackle. That's big number 56, Isaiah Magana. 6'3", 275-pounder.
Yeah, once you got his momentum going,
you're not going to stop that.
No, it's hard for the big guy. It's hard for the big guy to stop on that one, I'm sure.
So second down and 3 now for the Panthers. Ball at the West Valley 45-yard line. Panthers moving down the field. This drive began at their own 26. Devereaux, the snap, fake handoff to McGuire. Goes over the middle of the field, dangerous again. Rivers Cook, it was overthrown, but he was falling down, it looked like anyway. And that goes incomplete, and it remains third down now and 2 yards to go. Clock stopped at 1:39. Coming up at halftime, don't forget it's homecoming here at the Apple Bowl. We will have as much of the halftime festivities as we can bring you with the Golden Apple Marching Band. Also the candidates, we'll have some of that here coming up all at halftime, so stay with us. 3rd and 2, Panthers at the West Valley 45. Devereaux rolls left under pressure again. And boy, every time West Valley blitzes, they seem to get there. And that's Ben Pupolo again. And the Panthers look like they will use their final timeout as that ball is all the way back once again to the 50-yard line. What was that? A loss of about 5.
I believe West Valley called the timeout, did they not?
They did. You're right.
Yeah,
2 timeouts left for them. They think they have some time maybe to do something here with this 4th down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, it was a good coaching decision there to stop the Panthers, try to get the ball back and forth down, unless we're going to punt. And I'd probably be advisable to.
That would be the play.
Yeah, to punt it down there now. So.
But they are dangerous on offense. So 2 timeouts remaining, 2 for West Valley. Just over a minute and a half left to go before halftime. And the Panthers really have hurt themselves on some of these drives. If it's not a penalty, it's a sack for a loss, and that just keeps moving them back when they get a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, a holding penalty took away a touchdown in the first quarter, and
and
it's absolutely just a drive killer to get these holding penalties or sacks, especially when your team's moving the ball.
Alex Sanchez on to do the punting for the Panthers. Stands at his own 40-yard line. Left foot kicker, mile-high kick, fair catch called by Drew Johnson, and that's where West Valley will begin their drive, and it'll be at their own 23-yard line. 1:25 left to go before halftime. Got a good one for you. Hope you've enjoyed this first half. It's West Valley 12 and Wenatchee 7. Wenatchee 0-2 in Big 9 play, and West Valley 1-1 coming into this one. All right, West Valley, they're going to be tossing it down the field here, you'd have to think. Castle in shotgun, 4 receivers in this set. Burdan gets in there. It was a set screen, and Jackson May just couldn't hold on to it. Another one of those inside screens, and they've run that quite a few times tonight.
Yeah, it's a great play. If you can, they scored a touchdown on it in the first quarter, and it's a good play.
And the idea is to let those defenders penetrate and then just toss it over their heads.
Yep, you got Lyman right in front of you.
2nd down and 10. Clock stopped on the incompletion, and I think that was a busted play as Evan Burdan gets in for the sack. And that's a 6-yard loss on that sack by Burdan, and that was a busted play. I think it was supposed to be a handoff to Morehouse.
Yeah, Morehouse went one way, Cass went the other way.
That's a bad feeling for a quarterback, that's for sure. You're kind of out there on an island, man.
Yeah. And you have a guy like Mr. Burdant breathing down you.
Right. Now a 3rd and 15 facing the Rams. Clock is moving, and the Rams are just letting it move. 45 seconds left before halftime. On this situation, 3rd and 15, I wouldn't think West Valley's going to get too crazy. They'll take a play if they can pop one, but
they're going to call timeout when the play clock gets down. They're going to call timeout, and then they're going to make a decision what to do.
33 seconds on the clock. Once again, it's West Valley 12 and Wenatchee nothing. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off is available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. And by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can be rest assured that Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. All right, Panthers need to stop, but I don't think, as I said, that West Valley is going to get too crazy here with anything, E.
No, they're going to do probably a short, quick pass, try to bust a play. If not, they'll let the run. Now, the question is Devereaux going to use his last time out?
Right. I think it all depends on this play right here, don't you?
It does, yeah. Because I think both teams, I think West Valley would be just happy just run the clock out and go in and come out again second half.
I'm thinking so, too. 12-7 our score. West Valley on top. Scored twice, but missed both extra points. And the Panthers made the extra point, and that's where we are, 12-7. Delayed handoff, and it's Morehouse, and he is going absolutely nowhere. Camden Lloydhammer in the backfield. And that's a loss of 4, so that's a loss of 10 yards on 2 plays for West Valley with 20 seconds left to go. And here comes the punting unit now for the Rams. And this makes things interesting, E. 20 seconds. The Panthers have a timeout. They're going to get pretty good field position. This is a pretty big punt right here at the end of this half.
Yeah, I think the Panthers just used their final timeout.
I think they did as well, and they did. We'll send it back to the studio, too, for a quick 30-second timeout. Back after this.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
.28 ticks left on the clock before halftime. West Valley facing a 4th down and 17. And the Panthers may get some pretty good field position here with not much time left in the half. Amezcua back deep for the Panthers. Trammell will be on to punt, and we've got whistles before the snap. Didn't see a flag fly. So a delay of game, and they're going to look like pick up that flag. So basically, I guess no play there, Ease. They picked up the flag, but West Valley still showing 1 timeout left on the clock, too. So regardless, still 4th down and 17, and we're going to do it all over again. Trammell on to punt for the Rams. Amezcua back deep for the Panthers. Good snap. Trammell rolls to his right. He's not going to punt it anywhere near Amezcua, and the ball rolls out of bounds at around the 47, maybe 48-yard line. They're going to give him the 47. So the Panthers, 22.6 seconds left with pretty good field position at the West Valley 47. Panthers are out of timeouts here in this first half, so I guess if you're going to get a play or two off, you're going to have to work those sidelines, E.
Yeah, or go deep. We've had opportunities to go deep on
Right.
it a couple times.
We'll see what Coach Devereaux has up his sleeve here with only 22 seconds left in the half. Rivers Cook, the tight end, is splitting out wide to Devereaux's right. Amezcua to his left. Zimmerman on the other side. 1st and 10 Panthers. Devereaux back to pass. Looking right. Under some pressure. Has to scramble out of the pocket. Spins out of one tackle and then gets hammered at about the 45. A flag is down. Also in front of the West Valley sideline. It's a loss of about 8 on that sack, but let's see what the call is here.
I think they're checking with the West Valley bench to see what the coach wants to do.
The penalty is declined, and they'll take that 8-yard loss on that sack to Devereaux. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 18 now. And I don't think the Panthers get too fancy with this. In fact, I think they're just going to let the clock run out. 9 seconds and moving here. The play clock is at 17. So the Panthers just content to go into the locker room here, only down by 5 when it could have been worse here in this first half. And that does it for quarter number 2. At halftime, we got a good one for you at homecoming. It's Wenatchee 12 and West Valley 7. We're back to the booth in 2 minutes. Stay with us. For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to NCWLIFE.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@NCWLIFE.com or call 888-2020.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for return on investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
All right, we are back at halftime. Let's enjoy a little bit of the Wenatchee Applettes. Well, that was a little bit. We tried to catch a little bit of that, just didn't get back here in time, but it's halftime here at the Apple Bowl at Lee Bofto Field. Our halftime score is West Valley 12 and Wenatchee 7. It is homecoming here as the Golden Apple Marching Band is set to take the field, and we will bring you all of the sights and sounds of the Golden Apple Band, Marching Band, when that comes up. But an interesting first half. It looked like West Valley was going to take control of things early, and then Wenatchee, those two missed point after tries, extra points, and then the Panthers put together a nice drive, and here we are at 12-7 when it looked like it could have been a lot worse here at halftime.
Mr. Castle started off hot. I mean, he started off 12 out of 15 or so in the first quarter.
Right.
And he did not complete a pass in the second quarter.
That's pretty hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he had 118 yards in the first quarter and nothing in the second quarter. So whatever the Panthers did defensively, they took away a lot of their strength, which was their passing attack.
And once we get to the stats, which we'll do here in a little bit, but it's kind of like we thought it would be. Panthers yardage on the ground, and West Valley yardage through the air, and that's kind of like we thought it would be prior to this game, right?
Yeah, so far it's kind of just what we predicted. So glad the Panthers are where they're at right now, and I'm sure they're pretty pleased, only being down by...
Oh, absolutely, only by 5 points.
Only by 5 points now with what's been going on in the first quarter. And the second quarter was more West Valley, second quarter was more the Panthers. So it'll be really interesting to see what teams make their best adjustments at halftime.
All right, we're getting ready to listen to a little bit of the Wenatchee Panther Golden Apple Marching Band, award-winning and probably one of the best bands in all of the state, the Golden Apple Marching Band. And it looks like a first responder out on the field tonight as well. Not a huge crowd here tonight, E. In fact, it's kind of surprising, isn't it, for homecoming?
Yeah, it is, but still a nice crowd, beautiful evening.
And as I mentioned, we are going to bring you the band here, and then when it's time for the homecoming candidates, Kings and Queen candidates, we will bring you that as well. Not sure if we're going to have our homecoming festivities before the bandy. It looks like the first responders have the crowns out there, which is kind of cool. The sashes also out there. Well, as far as the drives go in this game, West Valley started off great. They scored on their first two possessions. The first one, a 27-yard touchdown pass from Castle to Johnson. The point after try was no good, and that made the score 6-0. And then the Panthers had the ball, and they fumbled on their first possession, gave it right back to West Valley. And on that possession, West Valley 11 plays, 68 yards. That was a pretty impressive drive. It took off 5 minutes off the clock. That was another passing touchdown from Castle to Johnson. Johnson with 2 touchdowns in that first half. And once again, Trammell missed the extra point, and that made the score 12-0. And the Panther defense, did a great job on the 3 possessions after that, forced West Valley into a punt. They intercepted on 1 possession and then forced West Valley to punt on their last possession before halftime. The Panthers started off a little slow. A fumble on their first possession, as I mentioned, turned it over on downs on the second, punted on the third possession, and then the fourth time was a charm for the Panthers with 7:28 left in the second quarter. Panthers got the football and drove it down 33 yards, 6 plays, took 3 minutes off the clock. It was a 22-yard pass from Devereaux to Amezcua, and the point after try by Sanchez was good, and that's where we stand right now at 12-7. So halftime underway as the candidates are out at midfield, and we'll try to listen in and see if we can hear a little bit of the PA for Homecoming 2021 here at Wenatchee. How about that, E? A Queen candidate that's also on the Panther football team. You don't see that every day, right? Number 12, a candidate. Her name is Lola Dietzman. She's a sophomore and also a candidate for Queen of the Homecoming.
That is great.
There's Rivers Cook out there, also a King candidate. Every couple has a little bit of a routine, I guess, when they get their names called out there. I love how the first responders are helping out here tonight. They're such a big, integral part of our community and to all communities around the country.
Yeah. Now there's a routine that was practiced right there.
Yeah, that would take me a lot of practice just to do that.
Well, first I'd probably pull a hammy. And
You're right.
What if they have a contest? Who has the best routine?
They probably do.
Yeah. See, here goes their routine.
That, by the way, injured Trey Jagla, who we talked about, before the game, a big part of this offense, the starting center for what, I think 3 years on this team, and really tough kid, but been out with injuries the last few weeks. Well, a consolation prize for Trey Jagla. He's injured, didn't get to play in homecoming, but now he's the homecoming king.
Yeah, and getting some attention tonight.
Congratulations. He's such a good kid.
Yeah, he is. Other memories I'll never forget, which is great at homecoming like this.
And they got to do it this year. That's what's really
I know.
nice about this COVID last couple of years.
And to have the first responders out there to be a part of it is really important.
I think that was a super idea. I really do. Once again, we're at halftime here at the Apple Bowl. Homecoming 2021, and it's West Valley 12 and Wenatchee Panthers 7. And as we mentioned in the pregame, this is the first time these two teams have met at a homecoming game. Wenatchee has played an awful lot of teams for homecoming over the years, but the first time for West Valley. But considering this is only the 7th meeting between these two teams, this is kind of the rubber match. Both teams have won 3 games each in this series, so they haven't played each other an awful lot, but probably not the last time that the Panthers and West Valley will hook up on a homecoming. And there you have it, all the candidates for this year's homecoming. Of course, the big dance will be tomorrow night. I have a little shout out too, E. I want to wish a Wenatchee cheerleader, Kendra Jones, a happy 15th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope Kendra has a great night tonight. And here comes the Wenatchee Golden Apple Marching Band, and we are going to listen to them here coming up next. We're at halftime of the Wenatchee Panther West Valley football game. Great to have you along tonight. Beautiful fall evening here in the Wenatchee Valley. Virtually no wind at all. The flag just laying on the flagpole right near the Wenatchee scoreboard. All right, let's listen to the Wenatchee Golden Apple Marching Band. there you have it. One of the best bands in all of the state, the Wenatchee Golden Apple Marching Band. And boy, kudos to our camera work and our camera guys here tonight as well. Just a fantastic job, guys, during this halftime coverage. I think, E, before we go to break, let's take a look at some halftime stats.
All right, Grant. So let's start off with Wenatchee Panthers. Rushing attack, they've carried the ball 19 times for 62 yards. McGuire's got 12 carries for 59 yards. Devereaux, 6 carries for -3, as Mecca's 1 for 6. Passing the ball, Devereaux is 4 for 10 for 62 yards with a TD. Lloydhammer has got 2 receptions for 41 yards, as Mecca, 2 receptions, 18 yards, and that touchdown. Beautiful touchdown in the end zone there. For West Valley, they have carried the ball, now catch this, Grant, 10 times for -3 yards.
Amazing.
Morehouse has got 5 carries for -3. Castle's got 5 for 2 yards. So we're stopping the running attack. Passing attack, Castle is 12 for 17, 141 yards with 1 TD. No, I'm sorry, 1 interception, 2 TDs. Johnson's got 3 receptions for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. Trammell, 4 receptions, 47 yards. Goldbeck, 2 for 22. Morehouse, 1 for 6, and May, 1 for 8. So basically, kind of as we predicted, Panthers rushing the ball of 62 yards and West Valley passing for 141.
Amazing. And that's, like you said, just like we kind of thought it would be before this game, that it would be passing attack for West Valley and a running attack for the Wenatchee Panthers. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back with more right after this.
Our experience with NCWLIFE has been amazing.
People think television and they think it's this huge production thing. It's really expensive.
It's crazy how affordable it is. I couldn't believe it.
It's not as expensive as we thought it was going to be.
I would say I was really surprised to see that it was actually comparable to radio ads or print media.
It was really affordable.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders.
Or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Yes, we would all love to have a crystal ball to tell us precisely where the local economy and real estate market is headed in 2021 and in the near future. However, what we do have here at NCWLIFE Channel are local experts we connect with every week to give us the inside scoop on all you need to know about your home and our local real estate market. Join me each week while we find out what's happening in the greater Wenatchee Valley. I'm your host, Crystal Hughes, and you are watching At Home with NCWLIFE.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
All right, Grant Olson and Eric Kuntz back in the booth here as we are set to get ready for third quarter of play. Once again, our halftime score is West Valley 12 and Wenatchee 7. Great to have you along tonight on this beautiful, kind of brisk fall night here in the Wenatchee Valley. Could be a lot worse, that's for sure.
Well, it's a beautiful night for football, Grant. Beautiful night.
West Valley will receive this ball first here in the second half, and this is a big first possession for both of these teams. Both teams want to establish some momentum here in the second half. I know we talk a lot about momentum, but it is so important, especially in high school sports, I think.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And this is what teams make the best adjustments at halftime in the second half.
That's right.
We got us a good, close football game here.
So Alex Sanchez will kick off for the Panthers. Back deep, one of the deep men is Drew Johnson for West Valley. Also back deep for the Rams is a short kind of spooch kick, wasn't it? It looked kind of strange off the tee that time. I don't think that's what Sanchez had in mind. That's going to give West Valley some really good field position.
Yeah, I don't know if he tried to catch him off guard and get a funny bounce,
I'm not sure what that was either.
Don't know if it's planned or not. But you never know. The ball could bounce a different way. You could jump on it and get the onside kick. But
so West Valley is going to start with the ball at their own 38-yard line. First down and 10. As Castle shotgun, and he comes out winging it right off the bat. It's Gallbeck, and he is thrown down at about the 43-yard line, and that's a gain of 5 yards.
Come right out firing, don't they?
They do. Second down and 5 now for the Rams, and flags fly before the play started. It's a false start, it looks like, on the offense. Doesn't take much of a flinch, does it, to get the false start call? And that'll take away that 5-yard gain on that first down play. It'll make it second down and 10. Castle once again shotgun. He's been there all night, and they've played with 4 receivers in their offensive set pretty much the entire night as well. Hayden Morehouse, the running back. Over the middle, pass, caught, and big run, and kicks it out to the outside. That might have been a clip right there. No flag thrown, though, and a nice run all the way down to the Panther 43-yard line. 19 yards, yeah, on that pass and catch, and it really was made possible by that cutback by Drew Johnson on that reception. Nice pass by Castle, but boy, it was the run after the catch that got those yards.
Well, that's the one they scored a touchdown on.
They did.
Inside screen, caught Panthers off guard on that one.
West Valley now in Panther territory. First down at 10. Morehouse wanted the middle, cuts it outside, and then takes a tough run all the way down to the Wenatchee 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 on that run by Morehouse. Boy, they can use anything positive on the ground, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Second and 3 now. West Valley moving quickly. Here's Trammell on that quick pass, and I think that will be enough for a Ram first down right at the yard marker at about the 33. Let's see what the officials do here. We have a Panther down on the field as well. Gain of about 3 on that play. Didn't see a Panther number. Might be a Mezqua on the turf.
I think it is Johnny.
He's had lots of leg issues, hasn't he, throughout this season?
Yeah, it is Johnny.
Yeah, they're helping him up. It looks like he's walking under his own power okay, but he has been banged up.
Well, if you're West Valley, you're going to attack his replacement here?
If they were, thinking about it, I think they should. I hate to say if they were smart, but they're smarter than me.
Remember what happened in Sunnyside game when Johnny came out? They attacked the guy and got a couple easy.
Well, he's got such speed, so he's great man-to-man coverer.
Yes.
Taking his place in the lineup will be Mora, I believe. No, it's number 1, Alex Brender on the far side, a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds. 1st and 10 Rams, and we've got a flag again before the play starts. And this is offside defense, encroachment on that play, and that'll give West Valley 5 more yards. One player we haven't talked about too much tonight is Antonio D'Angelo, the big defensive end. He can be a force in there too, good-sized kid, but now he's in coverage in the slot.
Wow.
And now another flag, and I think this is another encroachment call maybe on the Panthers, and it is.
Yeah, I think Lloydhammer jumped across the line there a little too quick.
And that'll give a first down right there.
Yep.
2 encroachment calls, 10 yards, and that's a first down for West Valley now inside the Panther 25 at the 24. First and 10 Rams, 4 receivers once again in there. Morehouse to Castle's left. Castle's going to put it up. Quick hitter again. It's Trammell, 10 yards and maybe even more down to the Panther 12-yard line. Now they're going to mark him out, it looks like, at about the 14, so I'm not sure that will quite be enough for a first down. 9 yards on that pass and catch. Boy, Trammell and Castle, they're on the same page on that quick hitter, that's for sure. They've done that a lot here tonight. Handoff this time. Morehouse spins, but he's not going to spin his way away from the linebacker for the Panthers, and that's big number 54, Jesus Segovia, 5'11", 205-pound senior. And that's a loss of about a yard on that carry. Drive that began back at the Panther 38 for the Rams, and they've had the ball about a little over 2 minutes now on this drive. 9:55 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Castle shotgun. Fake handoff to Morehouse this time, rolls right, hits his big tight end, and he's taken down at the 10-yard line. And that will be enough for another West Valley first down. Gain of 6 on that play. Aiden Mata, 6'1", 225-pound tight end. He's a big target out there. First and 10 Rams now on the move. Ball at the Panther 11-yard line. Morehouse this time directly behind Castle in shotgun. Castle bobbles the snap. Now he's in some trouble and tried to get it away, but couldn't. Guess who? Burdan. Evan Burdan, another tackle and another tackle for a loss. And that's about what? 6-yard loss on that play. Takes it back.
More like 8.
Yeah, it takes it back to the 18. That is about an 8-yard loss. Couple of negative plays on this drive. Here's Castle under pressure again, but it's the inside screen and wide open in the middle of the field. Johnson all the way down inside the 5, and he'll be marked down at the Panther 3-yard line. 15 yards on that inside screen, and that has been working all night for the Rams.
Yeah, that's their go-to right now.
Not a first down yet, though. The Rams can get a first at about the 1.5-yard line, so we'll call this 3rd down and 2. Ball resting at the Wenatchee 4-yard line. Trips right side this time for the Rams. Johnson split out left of Castle all by himself. Castle's looking right all the way, gets it in there, and that's a touchdown. And a hard tackle after the catch. Doesn't matter. Jackson May, the 4-yard touchdown. So the 3rd passing touchdown in the game for Castle. And we've got an 18-7 ball game now. I'm thinking West Valley might go for 2 here, don't you? A little tough on the point after try so far tonight.
Well,
make it a 20-7 game.
Well, he missed right, he missed left.
He did.
So you figured he'd figure it out sooner or later.
I think West Valley is going to go for 2 here, E.
Yep.
18-7 our score, 8:39 on the clock.
Castle was 6 for 6 on that drive.
And here we go, 2-point try coming up. Castle looking right, has all kinds of time this time, but under pressure, good coverage, whips it into the end zone, and it's intercepted by a Mezcua, and that will negate that 2-point conversion. So with 8:39 left to go third quarter, it's West Valley 18 and Wenatchee 7. Back with more after this.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think is there something the matter with him?
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Ten plays, 62 yards for West Valley on that drive. Took off 3 minutes, 32 seconds off the clock. 4-yard touchdown pass from Castle to May. 2-point conversion try, no good. And our score is now West Valley 18 and the Panthers 7. Looked a lot like they did in the first quarter of this game, didn't they?
Yeah.
On that drive. Here's the short kick, and a fair catch is called once again at the 25-yard line. Your favorite play, E. And that's where Wenatchee will take over with 8:38 left to go in this third quarter. I'd like to see the Panthers get the ball in the hands of Lloydhammer a little bit more here in this second half. I think he can do a lot with it once he touches that football. Every time he did in the first half, it seemed like a positive play.
Yeah, he has 2 receptions, 41 yards, so try to get the ball into your playmaker's hands.
That's right.
And he's one of them.
Devereaux in shotgun. A Mezcua is in the backfield now. McGuire back there as well. Mezcua comes in motion. Handoff, McGuire, and he is met right after he got that football, and that'll be a loss of about 3 on that play. Nice defensive stop, and it was the defensive lineman Pedro Torres, 5'11", 235-pound senior with that play. That'll bring up 2nd and 13 for Wenatchee. Ball at their own 22-yard line. This time the Panthers split Lloydhammer out wide to the left of Devereaux. It's Zimmerman to the right. In motion, a Mezcua. Handoff, McGuire has a little bit more of a hole this time, but not much. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 25-yard line. Back to about 4 on that play.
Yeah, but this can't be their favorite down and distance, 3rd and 9.
It's a tough one, it really is, and it puts a lot of pressure on a young quarterback like Devereaux.
Yeah, right. I think Lloydhammer's a man to go to here, don't you?
I do too. Big, tall receiver. He's got one-on-one coverage in there against Ben Trammell, who's 6 feet. Lloydhammer's 6'4". And Devereaux, it was intercepted. What a catch by Drew Johnson. The ball was tipped as Devereaux threw it. Drew Johnson kept his concentration and picked it out of the air for that interception.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play.
It really was. Yeah. And that ball was tipped, to a little credit to Devereaux. It wasn't his pass, it was tipped.
Right.
And West Valley back in business again here. 7:14 in the third, and the ball on the Wenatchee 26-yard line.
Here the fans are down here cheering on the defense the best they can down here.
You bet. There's a big stop right here. They got to make a stop just about. 18-7 our score. West Valley already up by 11 and looking for more here. This time, big Aiden Mata in the backfield, but instead they give it to Morehouse, and he is thrown down to the ground by Jesus Segovia after a gain of about 5. Morehouse a little more positive yardage here now, in this second half.
Yeah, he's up to 12 yards, which is
that's positive compared to the first half. All right, second down and about 5 for West Valley. The ball is at the Wenatchee 17-yard line. And Castle's in shotgun. Back to pass, straight drop back, wide open, and he dropped it. Was Drew Johnson over the middle, and that was 6 points right there.
Yep, wide open.
That was fortunate for the Panthers on that play for sure. Silas St. John from his linebacker position out to on the coverage there, and that was a mismatch. And fortunate for the Panthers, that goes incomplete. Still brings up 3rd down and 6. Ball resting at the Panthers' 16-yard line.
I think it's 2 down. They're going to go for it in 4th down because they obviously don't have a kicker. So,
and I believe we've got a timeout called here, and it is. Timeout by West Valley. We will take one as well. 6:32 left to go, 3rd quarter. West Valley 18 and Wenatchee 7. We're back after this.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. All right, here we go. West Valley with the ball deep into Panther territory. The ball is at the 16-yard line. 3rd down and 6 for the Rams. Big play here and big defensive possession for the Panthers. Down by 11. Castle shotgun gets the snap. He's looking right, going that way. Some pushing and shoving at about the 10-yard line, but no call there between the receiver and defensive back. And I think Jackson May wanted a little bit of interference there, but no call.
No, he was all good receivers begging for the call, right?
Brings up 4th down, and you're right, West Valley going to go for it here. Had some kicking issues tonight, so I'm not surprised by this. 4th down and 6, and we've got another flag, and it's a false start this time on West Valley.
Which I don't get. I mean, they stand up, and go back down. I wonder if somebody went forward. It was called by the referee out here, so I don't know.
That'll make it 4th down and 11, and a lot harder to pick up on this 4th down play now for the Rams.
Remember that inside screen?
That's right. I wouldn't doubt if they go to that right now. Castle and Morehouse in the backfield for the Rams. May and Golbeck split out to the right. Castle going over the middle of the field. There was some pushing and shoving there. We're going to get an interference call. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Now another flag comes flying in.
Yeah, that was definitely pass interference there.
It's Charlie Jorgensen, the defensive back there in coverage.
He got to him before the ball did.
He did. It might not have had to do that either. Castle throwing it into a big crowd out there. But not what the Panthers needed on a 4th down and 11.
Nope.
But will this be enough for a first? We'll do 4th down again, but it's going to make it short, E. It's going to be about 4th and 1 here. Is that possible?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
So, still a big play coming up. It's a lot shorter for West Valley to travel now, but they do call it 1st down now.
Yeah.
And West Valley can get a first down without scoring a touchdown here. Would have to be at about the 1 yard line. 1st and 10 Rams at the Panther 11. Castle looks left, goes into the corner. Some more contact over there.
Wow.
It was a Mezcua and Ben Trammell, and no call there, and that goes incomplete. 3 straight incompletions in a row now for Castle. 4 on this possession.
Well, he went 6 for 6 on that first drive, then 0 for 4 on this one.
Wow. Here we go. Castle out of shotgun. Screen is set up nicely. A cutback and then taken down at about the 6 yard line. And that was Hayden Morehouse, the running back out of the backfield. It was set up nicely, but a nice defensive read by the Panthers.
Pick up about 5?
Yep. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 now for West Valley. Ball is at the Wenatchee 6 yard line, and we've got a shaken up player. It's Morehouse who comes out. And in for him, the big man, Aiden Mata, 6'1", 225-pounder. 3rd down and 5. Here's Castle back to pass over the middle of the field, too hard and off the outstretched hands of his intended receiver, Jackson May, and that'll bring up 4th down now for West Valley. Some players come in. Could they be trying for a field goal here now, E? I don't think they are.
Well, they're gathering together like they're going to try one.
Yeah, they are. Trammell is the kicker. He's out there. The holder also, Drew Johnson, is out there. So, yeah, they're going to give it a go here.
Could they fake it?
Possibly. 24-yard field goal attempt here. And Trammell's had his struggles tonight. Here's the kick. It's up and it's through, and it's good. 5:39 left to go here. 3rd quarter. West Valley 21 and Wenatchee 7. Back right after this.
Direct from Las Vegas, Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday cirque. Experience holograms, interactive lasers, projection mapping, and a cast of international cirque performers on one stage. Experience the futuristic holiday show everyone's talking about. Make new memories with your family this holiday season and experience Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday show. Live in concert.
Times. Only had the ball 3 times so far this quarter.
All right, West Valley with the ball, 1 minute and 42 seconds. Got a lot of yards on penalties. They started that drive at the Wenatchee 26 and settled for a 24-yard field goal by Trammell. And our score is now West Valley 21 and Wenatchee 7. Trammell will kick it off here.
Yeah, Wenatchee's had 3 plays this quarter so far, so we need to kind of hang on to the ball and do something with it.
Bo Warren back deep, but this is a short kick again, and it's going to be taken and run with this time. Why not? Flags come flying in, and it's run back by Charlie Jorgensen, one of the up man at about the 30-yard line, but let's check that flag.
Yeah, we have holding against the Panthers.
Most likely on a special teams play.
Yep. Is that why he called fair catch?
Right. So the Panthers will have it their 2nd possession of this quarter. As he and I were just talking about, 1 yard, 1 positive yard on that last possession, and it ended in an interception. So it was holding on the Panthers on that kickoff, and that'll take the ball back to the 22-yard line. With 5:33 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Bottom of the 8th, got a baseball score in the American League Championship Series. It's Houston 4 and the Red Sox 3. Good series there coming up, E.
Yep.
Have you noticed I haven't even brought up the Dodgers yet tonight?
I'm glad you haven't.
Running play for Panthers on first down. It's McGuire. Takes on the defender and gets a nice gain all the way up to the 25-yard line. I guess only about a 3-yard gain on first down. Dodgers, of course, will take on the Atlanta Braves. That series begins tomorrow down in Atlanta. What a game yesterday, though, the Giants and Dodgers. Wow. If you love baseball, that's one of the best baseball games I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, and you know I love baseball.
Yeah, I know you do. All right, 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers. 5 minutes now left, third quarter. McGuire in the backfield behind Devereaux. It's Zimmerman to Devereaux's left. Amezcua to the right. Lloyd Hammer, the tight end, also on the right side of that line. Handoff, McGuire caught in the backfield, and boy, maybe a yard up to the 25. I think they're going to give him 2 on that. It'll bring up 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. 3rd down and 6, rather. Ball will be placed right at the Wenatchee 26-yard line. Up next for the Panthers, a non-league game right here at the Apple Bowl next Friday as they take on Union High School out of Vancouver. 3rd and 6, Devereaux shotgun. Has some time to throw this time, looking for Lloyd Hammer. Triple covered that time, but Lloyd Hammer with that size advantage did get his hands on it, just a little bit overthrown. And that'll bring on the punting unit now for the Panthers.
Yeah, he was well covered. He had 3 guys on him, so.
I'd go to Lloyd Hammer more with that height advantage. Right. I really would. And he's got the long arms to go with it and athletic. I would just take my chances.
With 3 guys on him, though.
Yeah, I know. That makes it a little tougher for sure.
I would have him work in the outside part of the field instead of the inside.
Juan Rios now on to kick for the Panthers, on to punt. This is going to give West Valley some pretty good field position. High snap, left-footed punter Rios gets it downfield. Fair catch made and called for by Drew Johnson. And as I mentioned, that is going to give West Valley fantastic field position right at the 50-yard line. 3:53 left to go here in this third quarter. Homecoming 2021 for the Wenatchee Panthers, and they're down by 2 touchdowns here. Panthers have yet to win a league game in the Big 9 at 0-2. West Valley comes in at 1-1. Castle at quarterback. Had a good second half so far, a good third quarter. Gonna throw it near side. Caught immediately and immediately taken down is Cade Gallbeck after a 5-yard gain down to the Panther 45.
He's limping a little bit there, Gallbeck is.
He was just a little bit banged up earlier in the game, too. He might have a nagging injury. It looks like it might be an ankle the way he's walking, too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that'll bring in a substitute for West Valley, and it's number 20, Ben Puplo. A 6-foot, 170-pound junior. 2nd down and 5 for West Valley. Ball just outside the Panther 45. Good rush by Wenatchee this time. Beautiful throw by Castle. Downfield, has his man and taken down at the 25-yard line. 24, gain of 21. Nice catch by Jackson May that time, and a beautiful throw by Castle. Boy, when he's on, he's got it going, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was right on there, that's for sure.
Got a rocket arm, that's for sure. Yeah. 1st and 10, West Valley got something cooking again. Ball at the Panther 24. This time it's Morehouse on the handoff. Good blocking right side. Morehouse still on his feet. Finally taken down at about the 11-yard line. And that's a 13-yard run for Morehouse around the right side. Yeah, Panther defense looking a little tired right now. Lloyd Hammer, hands on hips. It's a tough offense to kind of catch your breath with, isn't it? They got a hurry-up offense anyway. And lots of receivers running up and down the field. 1st down and 10, West Valley at the Panther 11-yard line. 2:27 left, and another flag comes in, and another false start on West Valley. I should be keeping track of penalties, and I wish I was in this game. There have been a ton on both teams. That'll take the ball outside the 15 to the 16 now.
Maybe your stat guy's kind of dropping the ball on penalties tonight.
Oh, that's okay. 1st and 15, no worries. Here's Castle looking right, going that way. Boy, a lot of contact down there at the goal line again, but no call, and that goes incomplete. Panther coverage by Alex Brender, the senior defensive back. That'll bring up 2nd and 15 now. West Valley kind of stalling out, and penalties are killing them. With the 21-7 lead, 2:09 left third quarter. Blitz coming, and a screen has been set up. Morehouse spins and finally gets down to the 10-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 yards. West Valley will have it 3rd down and 9. And they can get a first down at about the 1-yard line. Got a Panther down again. It looks like it might be a cramp this time. Injury timeout is brought to you by Confluence Health. High quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high quality care in 12 communities. Haven't caught the number of the injured Panther yet. Back on his feet, and that's a good sign. Silas St. John is the one favoring that right leg a little bit. Another big part of this Panther team, and he at least walking off under his own power, and that's a good sign. So West Valley has it 3rd down and 9. The ball is at the 10-yard line. So West Valley, as I mentioned, can get a first down at the 1. But they're thinking more than that right now. Here comes Castle. Morehouse with him in the backfield. May split out to the right side. Castle looking over the middle, and it was just tipped, I think, at the last minute by the Panthers that time. I think it was Antonio D'Angelo just stuck his hand out there and got his hand on it, and that brings up 4th down, and I think another field goal try coming up.
Yeah, he threw the ball a little soon. If you waited just a second, he would have got past D'Angelo. The receiver would have, and it would probably been an easier reception.
Yeah, Castle was just in a little bit of a hurry. You're right that time. As Trammell comes on, this time he is going to try a 28-yard field goal. Was good on a 24-yarder the last time down. Good snap, the hold down. Here's the kick, and it's a bad one. A squibber off to the left side, and it's no good. A break for the Panthers as our lead remains 2 touchdowns. 1:40 left in the third quarter. West Valley 21 and Wenatchee 7. And it's still some hope for the Wenatchee Panthers. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by One Way Construction. Your project, your way. Find them online at onewayconstructionnw.com. And by Rivercom 911. Rivercom 911 is hiring today. See what a career as a telecommunicator can do for you and what you can do for your community. Go to rivercom911.org to apply today. All right, the Panthers, a big possession here. Time running out here in the third quarter. 1:40 left. And the Panthers trying to desperately get back into this one. Ball is at their own 20-yard line. Nice run, McGuire, right side across the 25, still on his feet. Where will they mark him down? Boy, close to the 30-yard line. Nice spot. They're going to give him 9 yards on that first down carry. Such a hard runner.
He is.
Second down and 1 for Wenatchee.
Not too many times is one guy going to take him down either, I noticed.
That's so true. Yeah. All right, here we go. Second down and 1. 1 minute left to go, third quarter. Quick moving third quarter. And we've got another whistle.
Same thing happened earlier. I think he didn't have his mouth guard in. Lloyd Hammer, so he has to replace him.
And Coach Devereaux is going to walk over and have a word with him, too, because that's just something you can't have happen, right, E?
No, not your senior.
You need him in there.
Not your senior.
Here's a handoff to McGuire. Had not much room, and then found some, and I think he'll have a first down, but barely across the 30. 2 yards, needed a yard. And that'll be a first down Panthers as they keep this drive alive. 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Yeah, they're going to have to open it up a little bit more, to get back in this game.
Zimmerman split out left side by the Panthers sideline. A Mezqua off to the right side, and in the slot is Rivers Cook. Been very quiet here tonight offensively.
In fact, he's only been thrown 2 once, I believe.
I think so, too. Devereaux's got St. John and McGuire in the backfield. I think both as blockers this time. Devereaux's going to put it up right side. Some pushing and shoving, and a Mezqua flag comes in. And I think Mezqua is going to get that call.
Yeah, the defender looked like he fell down, and then
tried to grab a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe.
then he tried to go for the ball. Ooh, against Wenatchee.
This offensive interference.
He pointed towards Wenatchee.
Oh, and Mezqua is furious down there on the field. Well, it looked like there was a lot of hand-to-hand combat among both players there. A lot of times just don't call that then.
Unless Johnny might have pushed him down to the ground, or that's the reason maybe he went to the ground was by contact from Johnny.
No, that's a good point.
He might have pushed him or shoved him or something.
That's a very good point. Hurts Wenatchee any way you look at it, because that takes the ball all the way back to the 15-yard line. The 16-yard penalty right there, E.
And our referees in the stands are not agreeing with that.
No, they're not. Call. So that'll bring a first down and 25 coming up for the Panthers. Ball back at their own 16. High snap, Devereaux corrals it, sprints to the right side, looking downfield, and he isn't going to make it. Big number 11, Aiden Mata, the 225-pound linebacker, buries Devereaux back at the 10-yard line. 6-yard loss on that play.
Buried him was right, too.
That's going to bring up first down and 31 for the Panthers. Their second down, rather. And that will... Timeout must be called. There's a minute 20 on the clock. No, there isn't. The clock said minute 20. Now it's 12 minutes. So we'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back for the fourth quarter on the NCWLIFE Channel after these messages.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
All right, 3 quarters in the books at homecoming. 21 for the Wenatchee Panthers. Panthers down 21-7 as we are just about to begin the fourth quarter of play. And Panthers facing a second down and forever here. 2nd and 31. The ball is on their own 10-yard line. Lloydhammer now in the backfield here, E. Haven't seen that since the Sunnyside game a couple weeks ago. Devereaux claps his hands, now gets the snap. He's looking to pass. Inside screen of their own. And a nice gain left side of Mezqua. Gets all the way across the 25-yard line.
Put everything in that backpack.
And that was a nice gain of 14 yards for the Panthers.
Thanks.
Still have a ways to go, that's for sure. It'll bring up third down and about 15. But the Panthers got 14 of that back. And now a big third down play coming up. Panthers down by 2 touchdowns here with 11:25 left in the fourth quarter, and we've got a timeout called, and it's called by Wenatchee. 11:27 left to go in this ball game. It's West Valley 21 and Wenatchee 7. Back to Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl after this.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
11 minutes and 27 seconds left to go, fourth quarter, just underway in the fourth quarter. Panthers facing a 3rd down and 15, down by 2 scores. Devereaux in shotgun again. This time Rivers Cook, the tight end, in the slot to the right of Devereaux. Keep your eye on him. Devereaux back to pass. He's looking for Cook, but overthrew him. And that goes incomplete. He also had a Mezcua a little bit deeper in that route, so I'm not really sure who he was going to that time, if it was Cook or a Mezcua.
It kind of looked like he was going for Cook on that one.
And that'll bring up 4th down and force the Panthers to punt. So 3 possessions this half, E. Interception, punt, and punt. And that's not what you want to do when you're trying to get back into a ball game.
Yeah, 10 plays in this.
Right, 10 plays in this second half. On to punt for the Panthers once again is Juan Rios. And back to receive this punt, Drew Johnson for West Valley, standing in his own 45-yard line. High spiral, beautiful kick that time by Rios, as Drew Johnson collects it and will give West Valley some pretty darn good field position at their own 40-yard line. Another big possession coming up in this game. Panthers cannot let West Valley have any kind of sustained drive, and especially no points here now that we're late in this ball game. Panthers down by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. Just something to happen on defense, a fumble or maybe an interception, something for a little spark to this team right now. It's what they need.
Yeah, they need a defensive touchdown would be nice.
That would be something too.
Pick 6, pick up a fumble, anything just to get back in this ball game, because right now it's all West Valley.
Trammell and Jackson May lined up to the left. Castle's going to throw that inside screen again to the running back Morehouse. Thought he had the middle for a second, and that closed quickly as he is belted by St. John right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. I guess it was a gain of 2. Nice tackle by St. John that time. Morehouse looked like he might have had some room up the middle.
He did. He did look like he had something going there.
Now he's going to be replaced by the big one, Aiden Mata, who comes in at running back. 3 receivers to the right of Castle, 1 to his left. We've seen 4 receivers all night for the Rams. Handoff, there's the big man Mata, but no gain again. And a nice defensive tackle by Camden Lloydhammer. Boy, it takes somebody Lloydhammer's size to bring Mata down. And that once again, no gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8, or 3rd down and 8. Big down right here for this Panther defense.
Yeah, we need to stop.
2 receivers to each side now of Castle on this 3rd down and 8. Morehouse in the backfield next to him. 10 minutes exactly left to go, 4th quarter. Blitz by the Panthers. Castle steps away from it, steps away from a couple of guys, but he can't get away from Lloydhammer. Rivers Cook there as well. Excuse me, and that's a loss all the way back to the 32. Loss of 8 on that sack. And that is just what the doctor ordered, E, for the Panther defense.
Yeah, they brought the house. What you have to do, you can't let them just sit back in the pocket and pick you apart. You have to take your chances.
I would have kind of liked to have seen the Panthers do that maybe earlier in this game.
Right.
Bring a few more guys.
Right, put a little more pressure on them. Make them move around that pocket instead of just sitting there and throw the ball.
So Ben Trammell will punt it away for West Valley on this 4th and 19. Back deep is Johnny Amezcua for the Panthers as St. John runs on late. We've got a whistle.
Another delay game.
Yeah, I think so. That's exactly what it is. So that'll take West Valley back another 5 yards. Bring up 4th down and 24 now. Ball is at the Wenatchee 26-yard line. This should give the Panthers even better field position as Amezcua scoots up to the Panther 45 now. Snaps a little high. Trammell so slow in that delivery, but kicks up Boomer this time, and a great West Valley roll as it comes inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. That was a kick right there. Got some nice roll, did Trammell, and Panthers begin this one in kind of a hole when they could have had some pretty good field position.
Yep. That's why you always try to catch those. You always try to catch them.
Right. They'll have it at their own 19. Isn't that something? Amezcua was set up at about the 40 to 45-yard line, and here they are inside their own 20. So the Panthers have their work cut out for them, and the time is not on their side right now. 8:37 left to go, fourth quarter, and it's West Valley 21 and Wenatchee 7. Trips left side this time for Wenatchee. Very unusual. And another false start, and it's the second one in this game for Aiden Bapst. He came in briefly and made a quick move to the line and was called for a false start, and now caught again. So that'll take the Panthers back even further and bring up a first down and 15. Ball at their own, 14-yard line.
You know, you're that far away. Just watch the ball. You don't even care what the count is. Just watch the ball.
Absolutely. Same formation. I think it's probably going to be the same play. It never went off this last time. It looks like West Valley may be bringing the house. They are blitzing a linebacker. Dump pass. It's Amezcua left side. He's electric. And he makes a move, and just enough for a first down on a 1st and 15. Amezcua, are they going to give it to him?
Just short.
So they'll give him 14 when he needed 15, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 1 for Wenatchee. Nice run after the catch by Amezcua.
And he's got both the receptions in the second half. Is both Johnny, both for 14 yards.
Still limping around a little bit out there as well. Trips right side this time for the Panthers on this 2nd down and 1. Empty backfield, Devereaux, and there's a lineman that moved again. I saw it from here.
So 2 5-yard penalties in this drive.
So that'll make it a 2nd down and 6 then instead of a 2nd and 1.
Takes you out of a running play into a passing game perhaps.
I like this down for a pass anyway. I like second down passes, but we'll see what the Panthers bring out here. Amezcua, Lloydhammer split out left side along with Aiden Bapst also on that right side. Zimmerman to the left. Empty backfield. Devereaux. He's going to roll to his right. I like this play. Looking downfield. Better look behind him, and he gets caught from behind, and that's a nice play. Ben Popolo again. He's made a lot of plays from that linebacker position. And I think it's going to be about where the line of scrimmage is, so no gain on that play. Fortunate for the Panthers. 3rd down and 6 now.
But none of the receivers are coming open.
Good coverage downfield, too.
Yeah.
But you got to try and get a way to get open, don't you? Find a way to get open.
You do.
Big play right here. 7:50 left in the game, and the Panthers desperately trying to move this down the field and get on the scoreboard again. And we've got movement again, and I think this might be a false start again on the Panthers. And it is. Boy, there have been a ton of those tonight on both sides.
Going 3rd to 5 to 3rd and 10. I think it's Mr. Bapst again.
If it hasn't been encroachment, it's been false starts here tonight.
Yeah.
And that changes everything. Now 3rd down and 10 for the Panthers, and that's not a yardage that this offense is really comfortable with. 3rd and 5, yes. 3rd and 10, a little bit different story. 7.5 left to go. 3 receivers left again. Zimmerman, the only receiver to the right of Devereaux. Devereaux is going to roll to his left this time, where all the receivers were. Throws it at the last second. He's got Lloydhammer and drops it at the 48. He could still be running right now. Just took his eye off it for a second. And that'll bring up 4th down and 10. That would have been a game-changing play possibly right there.
Yeah, he had it. He just dropped it.
Josiah Waters was back on coverage, giving up 4 inches to Lloydhammer. May have just face-guarded him enough to make him drop that. But, boy, what a big play.
Got in his way just a little bit to distract Mr. Lloydhammer. And
so the 3rd consecutive punt on 3 possessions here for the Panthers here in this half. Back deep is Drew Johnson for West Valley. Rios on to punt, booming high, left-footed kick. Johnson calls fair catch, and boy, he makes those. It would scare me if I was a coach, that's for sure. But West Valley's going to have great field position once again at their own 47-yard line. Make it the 48.
Yeah, just back up another 5 yards. You don't have to go back to catch it. You come forward again.
Everything's over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, the Panthers did stop West Valley when they had it at their own 40 on the last possession. That was a 3-and-out. So we'll see if the Panthers maybe can get another stop here. And, boy, they desperately need it. Time is ticking away. Both teams with 2 timeouts left here in this half. Let's see what Castle and company can come up with here on 1st down and 10. Ball almost at midfield. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Morehouse in the backfield. Castle steps up in the pocket, goes left side, some pushing and shoving, and we've got a flag comes down. There was a lot of pushing down this left sideline right below us, E. I don't know if you caught that or not.
Yeah, I think the penalty is going to be more the middle guy.
Do you?
Yeah, because I was just glanced up real quick, and he was in his way. He was kind of holding them right in the middle. It wasn't on the side. It was more in the middle of the field.
On coverage that time, Alex Brender along this left side. This is going to be offensive, E.
What?
Yes. They're taking West Valley back now.
No,
they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the middle receiver that was going down the middle of the field got held by the Panther.
So that'll be a 1st down for West Valley. Wow, now at the Panther 37-yard line. Not what the defense of the Panthers needed here with under 7 minutes left. Castle, fake handoff to Morehouse, rolls to his right. Pass out there was in the hands of Johnson, and then he dropped it. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for West Valley. Stops the clock, and that's fortunate for the Panthers here. No huddle. It's been like that all night for West Valley. They just line up at the line of scrimmage and look to the sideline for the call. A lot of teams do that now, though, don't they?
Well, what they have over there, I don't know if the camera crew can pick it up. They got big signs they hold up.
They do.
Yeah.
Numbers, I've seen 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Here's Castle on 2nd down and 10, rolling to his right, and it's picked off by Lloydhammer at the 20, 30-yard line, up the left sideline, and taken out of bounds at the West Valley 42-yard line. That is what the Panthers needed here to stop a drive, and now some good field position too. Bo Warren was the man that caught that. It was Bo Warren. Haven't mentioned him much tonight.
Nope.
Okay, 6:42 now left for the Panthers. The ball is at their own 42.
Let's see if that gets a little momentum in our offense here.
4 possessions for the Panthers, and it's been interception, punt, punt, punt here in this second half. Down by 2 touchdowns. Devereaux shotgun. Once again, trips to the right. We've got a whistle again before the snap.
And Lloydhammer off the field again.
Unbelievable. That's the 3rd time in this game now, and he runs away from Coach Devereaux. Probably a smart move. So he's out for a play again. Do you get a penalty eventually on that? You don't.
No, just got to get out and get someone. You can't come in until you get whatever it was fixed.
Devereaux hangs in there, takes a shot again. A lot of pushing and shoving a Mezqua, the intended receiver, and it goes incomplete. I will give Devereaux credit, man. He stands in there till the last second.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to take a shot. And he has taken some here tonight. You got to give the credit to this sophomore, that's for sure. He's a tough kid.
He is. He's hanging in there and taking shots.
2nd down and 10 now for the Panthers. Usually I see Devereaux run it a little bit more, too. He hasn't done much of that tonight.
No, just out of desperation.
Right.
Or that one broken play for 7-8 yards.
2nd and 10 Panthers. Ball still at their own 41-yard line. Here's Devereaux. Back to throw it. Throws it deep right, and it's a lame duck, and it's picked off by Morehouse at the 35, 40, 50, and he's drugged from behind down. And that might be a horse collar on that tackle by a Mezqua.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
And that would be another 15 yards right there on top of that yardage.
Yep.
2nd interception of this half thrown by Devereaux. And that ball didn't look good out of his hand from the beginning, did it?
Nope.
Let's see the call here.
Oh.
It's on West Valley.
Oh, blindside block.
Okay.
Is what the PA announcer said.
Well, that'll take some of that yardage away from West Valley here on that interception. But, boy, that hurts with 6:24 left in the game. And instead of almost midfield, that's going to take West Valley back to their own 31-yard line. West Valley's had great field position. Their last, not counting this possession, but their last 3 they've started at the 50, their own 40, and their own 48-yard line with no points.
Right.
1st and 10, Rams. Here's the handoff. Morehouse has room right side, spins it back up the middle and gets another couple of yards. St. John finally brings him down, but not after a gain of about 7 over that right side. I'm sure they're going to be content to run it as much as they can here now and use this clock up as we have dipped below 6 minutes now left in the game.
Yeah, if they could just keep running the Morehouse, then they could probably control the clock here.
Castle looks over to the sideline. For Coach Dan Iman in the play here on this 2nd down and 3.
Looks like the third base coach over there giving signs sometimes, don't they?
It really does.
All
for sure.
Yeah.
Low snap. Castle corrals it under some pressure, gets out of it, still in some trouble. St. John finally gets him at the 35-yard line. And that'll be a loss of about 7 on that play and bring up 3rd down and 10 now. A 7-yard gain and then a 7-yard loss. We're back to where we started.
Well, they've sacked him 3 times here in the second half for a loss of 23 yards and 3 sacks. So at times they're getting to him.
They are. And it's usually when they bring pressure. St. John's a linebacker, so once again, a little bit of a blitz that time. Here we go, 3rd down and 10. Castle takes the snap, and there is Lloydhammer along with Burdan. No chance that time for Castle. Loss of 10. They're making about what? 7.
Right.
So that's a negative 14 yards on 2 plays for West Valley there. It brings up 4th down.
And Panthers called timeout.
1 left now for Wenatchee. With 4:38 left in this game. And boy, this is a big possession right now for West Valley. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. And by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, providing outstanding value and service going all the way back to 1962. Coming up on the NCWLIFE Channel, don't forget on Saturday, it's West Valley at Wenatchee Girls Live Soccer. Sebastian Moraga and John Springer on the call on that. And then next week on Tuesday, live volleyball. Wenatchee at Eastmont. On the call for that is Eric Granstrom. And then next Friday, Eric and I will be in Kashmir for a Caribou Trail League game as OMAC travels to Kashmir. Pregame 6:30 right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. St. John comes in late once again on this 4th down punting situation. Trammell will it be in to kick it for West Valley. Bo Warren and Johnny Amezcua back deep for the Panthers, and Amezcua's going to let it bounce, and once again takes a fantastic West Valley bounce. I think that's a ball that could have been caught on that punt, Eve.
You had two guys back. And someone should have caught it.
And instead, they're going to begin this drive at their own 20-yard line. What it could have been maybe 20 yards further upfield than that. But it's desperation time now, E. 4:27 left on the clock. Panthers are down to 1 timeout left and down by 2 touchdowns. Need a big play. There's no doubt about that right here.
Well, you had one a minute ago, and Lloyd Hammer slipped through his fingers.
All right, Amezcua split out left. Lloyd Hammer and Rivers Cook as well to the left. Zimmerman to the right of Devereaux. Devereaux rolls to his left, looking, looked too long, and now he goes down. And they're going to mark it at about the 15-yard line. Loss of 5 that time. Boy, we have seen a ton of plays for lost yardage tonight on both sides, haven't we?
Yep.
Second down and 15 now for the Panthers. Unfortunately, on a play like that, the clock continues to move, too. Under 4 minutes left to go now. And time running out on the Panthers here at homecoming.
Yep, moved.
Yep, I think that was Rivers Cook that time, and it was a false start. So it just gets worse. Now second down and 20 for Wenatchee.
See, Devereaux's got 2 completions this half and 2 interceptions this half.
Wow. And I've got 8 plays for losses in this game for Wenatchee.
Yep.
Second and 20. Ball back at the Panther 10-yard line. Devereaux back to pass. Has Cook wide open. It got there just a little bit late. Contact there, too, as well. No call, but that ball just a tad bit later. Cooks would have had that one. Josiah Waters in on coverage for West Valley. Panthers a little more urgency now as they break huddle and head to the line of scrimmage. 3.5 minutes left, and time is running out for the Panthers. Third down and 20. Devereaux is going to pass again, under pressure again, forced to tuck it in and run it. Does get away from a couple of players and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll be no gain for Devereaux on that play. Good coverage downfield by the Rams.
You gonna punt? You got to punt, don't you?
Boy, the ball at the 10-yard line, you would sure think so, but it doesn't look like they're going to.
4th and 20?
If it was 4th and 10, it might change my mind a little bit, but boy, this is really, really pushing it. Panthers going for it here. This is the game. 4th and 20, 2:50 left. Ball at their own 10-yard line. Devereaux back to pass. River Cook all open, but way overthrown. All 3 receivers downfield. And the Panthers turn it on downs, but the worst news is they're going to give the ball to West Valley at their own 10-yard line. 2:42 left on the clock. That may have just done it in this one. Even a field goal, you'd think now he would put this out of reach, make it a 3-score game.
Yeah.
So it looks like the West Valley Rams will win the rubber match here in this series. Both teams had won 3 games each coming into this one. And West Valley with his 2-touchdown lead and the ball at the Panther 10-yard line. Mata in there in the backfield as well as Morehouse in there mainly to block, and it's a loss. Silas St. John, great play. He's had a really good game tonight.
Loss of 3?
Yep, that'll take it back to the 13-yard line. West Valley's had their plenty of plays for losses in this one, too.
Yes, they have.
11 plays for losses for West Valley in this game, 8 for the Panthers. That's almost 20 plays for losses in this football game. 2nd and 10. Castle rolls, throws it into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Receiver Ben Trammell, 10-yard touchdown catch. Is that the 4th touchdown, right, E, for Castle in this game?
Yeah.
Yep. So 10-yard touchdown catch. It's 27-7 now, West Valley on top. Trammell will stay in there for the point after try as well. He had a little tough time kicking the ball tonight. Snap, hold is down. There's the kick by Trammell, and this one is good. 1:56 left to go in this one. It's now West Valley 28 and Wenatchee 7. Back with more right after this.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Well, that was pretty easy pickings for West Valley there. Only 2 plays, 10 yards, a 10-yard touchdown pass from Castle to Trammell. Point after try, good. And we're now at 28-7, Eric. 1:56 left to go in this ball game.
The 13. The first one was a -3 run.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
13 yards, you're right, on that drive. Here's the kickoff, and it's taken by Warren. He's running backwards, now cuts it upfield. Nice cutback, 25, and he's going up the sideline, 50-yard line. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 43, and they're going to mark him at the 44, but a nice run back by Bo Warren.
That's why you don't fair catch it, Grant.
That's right. That is right.
Anything can happen on the kickoff.
So 1:44 left, and the Panthers have some life left in them. The ball will be...
Do we see a flag down here somewhere? Oh, you know what?
What happened?
I don't know if it was a flag or he called...
Yep, holding on the Panthers. Well, that really negated a nice run back by Ward. It looked like he was caught back at about the 20 and made a really nice run and got about 23 more out of that. But instead, the Panthers will start at their own 10-yard line. And that takes the wind right out of the sails there with 1:44 left. West Valley will improve to 2-1 now in Big 9 play. Still in the mix, definitely, and the Panthers will fall to 0-3 in league play. Here's Devereaux, and he gets swallowed up at about the 6-yard line. And that's a loss of 4 on that play as West Valley just pinning their ears back and bringing players now, knowing Wenatchee has to throw the football. I don't think Coach Devereaux will even worry about that last time out with 1:20 left now.
No, now we just don't want to get a safety.
Panthers looking at a 2nd down and 18. They got to get up to the 20-yard line for a first. Clock still moving, now under a minute left to go. Devereaux is going to pass. Straight back drop. There's Rivers Cook, and it's completed at the 18. Fights his way to the 20, and then rustled down at around the 21-yard line.
14.
Cook has great hands. Just didn't really get the ball to him as many times as they'd like tonight, but that's a nice 14-yard gain. 45 seconds remain. 1st down and 10, Wenatchee. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Devereaux's going to tuck it and run this time, making some moves, cuts it back upfield, gets tackled by a host of West Valley Rams as he gets up to the 30-yard line, and that's a 9-yard gain. Timeout, the final timeout, is called by the Wenatchee Panthers. We'll take a quick one, too. Why not? 28 seconds left to go. West Valley 28, Wenatchee 7. Back after this.
Hi, everybody. In North Central Washington, I'm Dan Kuntz, and I do the honors each and every weekday morning at 7 a.m. to bring you live local news, local weather, local sports. It's called Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's a fun show. I enjoy doing it. I invite you to watch it. It's Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. live right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I interview movers and shakers. We have a good time. Start your day live and local. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley right here with yours truly on the NCWLIFE Channel.
All right, 2nd down and 1 for the Panthers. 32 seconds left on the clock. As Devereaux rolls to his left this time on this 2nd and 1. Does find Rivers Cook for a first down. Nice catch once again. 6-yard gain up to the 35-yard line. Do have a final for you, E, in the American League Championship Series. The final, Houston 5, Boston 4.
Go. Yeah, I kind of want Houston in that series.
Houston and the Dodgers, maybe? A little rematch from the cheating World Series. Here we go. Here's Devereaux.
You're never going to live that. You're never going to forget that.
No, I'm not. Runs to the right side, and that's going to do it here. As Devereaux will pick up 6 yards again on that carry, but that will do it. Our final score, as West Valley spoils the Panther homecoming, our final, West Valley 28 and the Wenatchee Panthers 7. We'll be back in 2 minutes for our final game stats right after this.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
All right, Grant Olson and Eric Kuntz back in the booth here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl, where the West Valley Rams have defeated the Wenatchee Panthers by a final score of 28-7. And boy, it was a tale of two different teams in this second half. The Panthers' possessions in the second half, they did have 7 of them, and they were 2 interceptions, 3 punts, turned it over on downs, and then the end of the game. And that was the Panthers' second half. They did not score a point in the second half. Meanwhile, for West Valley, Remember, the score was 12-7 at halftime. The Panthers, or West Valley, comes out, scores a touchdown on their first possession of the third quarter. A 10-play drive, 62 yards. The extra point was good, and that made the score 18-7. Missed the extra point once again. And then the next possession, West Valley came down and kicked a 24-yard field goal. That made the score 21-7. And then the Panthers held. A field goal was no good, and then it was a punt, interception, and punt for West Valley before West Valley had that great field position late in the game at the Panther 10-yard line, punched it in from 13 after a penalty, and that made the score 28-7, and that's where we ended up. I guess game ball offensively goes to the quarterback, righty Skylar Castle, with 4 touchdowns in this one. We'll have all the numbers from you in a second, but boy, this kid, he could really throw the ball, couldn't he?
Yeah, he has a great cannon out there. He absolutely just dominated this game today.
We didn't see a lot of touch passes from Castle, but boy, when he needed to zip one in there, he sure had the arm strength to do it. And he's only a junior, so the Panthers are going to have to deal with him again next year as well.
Oh, yeah.
So the Panthers, with that loss now, fall to 1-4 overall and 0-3 in league play. And West Valley improves to 2-2 overall and 2-1 in league play. We're going to take some time off from the Big Nine next week. And remember that our coverage next Friday night as far as football goes will be at the Caribou Trail League in Cashmere, as OMAC, it faces off against Cashmere. Eric Granstrom and I will have the call on that one, and pregame will begin at 6:30 with kickoff from Cashmere at 7. And I hope the weather's just like tonight, because we are going to be outside in the bleachers at Cashmere, so hopefully the weather's a little bit better. Well, I should say, hopefully it's just like tonight and not too cold. It was a beautiful one here tonight. So the homecoming is spoiled for the Panthers in 2021 as they go down 28-7. And are you ready for some stats?
Well, I'm still adding things up, but yeah, I think I'm ready for you.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, Wenatchee Panthers, 32 carries, 78 yards today. McGuire carried the ball 18 times for 78 yards. Devereaux was -6 on 13 carries. So he got sacked a few times.
He did. There's no doubt about that.
Right, and then passing, he was 4 for 12 for 48 yards and 2 interceptions in the second half. Total of 8 for 22. Lloyd Hammer had 2 receptions for 41. Asmeka had 2 for 18. Asmeka had 2 for 46 yards. Cook had 2 for 20 yards. For West Valley, Morehouse had a total of 11 carries for 23 yards. Castle had 9 carries for, well, he got sacked a bunch. He was minus 28 yards, so he got sacked. Mata had 1 carry for, but the passing attack, Mr. Castle was 25 for 39 for 241 yards and 4 touchdowns. Johnson led the way with 7 receptions for 85 yards. Trammell had 7 receptions for 70 yards. Goldback had 4 for 42. Morehouse had 4 for 19, and May had a couple for 15 or 16. So, yeah, the passing attack definitely was their strength, and they showed it today without a doubt.
And really, to wrap it up, it was a tale of 2 halves. Really, Wenatchee stalled and came out a little flat in that second half. West Valley, with a slim lead at halftime, came out and really put it to Wenatchee, especially through the air, as you mentioned.
Yeah, well, the Panthers, like you said, they interception, punt. Punt, interception. They had 2 interceptions in the second half. 4 receptions for Mr. Devereaux in the second half. 2 picks. So, and only 2 guys caught the ball in the second half, Cook and Asmeka. Tough game for the Panthers. some good things, some things they need to work on.
Yeah, I think defensively they were solid. They just need to grow a little bit offensively, and that's going to be a challenge with a very young and inexperienced offense out there.
And how many penalties killed them tonight?
Oh, boy, I wish I would have kept track of that. I really do. There were a ton on both sides, but Wenatchee seemed to be a lot more devastating when they happened, didn't they?
Yeah, they were the wrong time. The first quarter, they had a touchdown taken away, the holding penalty, and a long kickoff return in the second half taken away by penalty. And, you know, that touchdown counts there in the first quarter, and then you got yourself a 14-14, you know, or a close game at halftime.
Absolutely.
And then you get the whole different, you know, situation in the second half. But, yeah, Wenatchee, I think, shot themselves in the foot, obviously, with penalties. And, yeah, it was just not a good game all the way around at times.
No, especially that second half, that's for sure. So that is going to do it for our coverage here from the Apple Bowl on this Homecoming 2021. I do want to thank our crew, the man that runs it all, our line producer, Dan Kuntz, also studio producers, Malcolm Whitehall and Matthew Baxter, our band producer, Tucker Wagner, cameras are Josiah Davison, Connor Hawk, Nate Mann, Hunter Muma, Matthew Ortiz, and Luke Black. You guys did a fantastic job, and thank you to all of you to bring us this great coverage. And for my partner, Eric Kuntz, I'm Grant Olson, hoping you have a good rest of your night and a great weekend, and we'll see you again with more sports right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Good night, everyone.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, into the...
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Charter College, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.